just setting up right now. It's gonna be right silent for 3 minutes. Hello, everybody. My name's Reduxion. Welcome to another episode of Cafe Conversations. This week we are joined by.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, sorry.
Time.
Every time. Hi, my name's Astariee. I'm a variety Twitch streamer. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm just a star doing twinkling things.
Twinkling things. We love that.
Hello, I'm Amethyst, or people call me Ame. I go by any pronouns. I'm also a variety streamer, and I actually fit in pretty well here because IRL, I am a barista, so this is right up my alley.
We love to see it.
Hi, I'm Rad. I'm a goofy orca demon, and I'm a he/him aggressive pansexual.
Aggressive pansexual.
Very aggressive.
This is a threat.
I play new games and horror games, both indie and new, especially horror games. Yeah.
And
I was gonna mention my lore, but then I was like, wait a minute. Nah.
And of course, you all know who I am. I'm Redux, the cafe owner who this podcast is being hosted in. I do this podcast every Wednesday, and occasionally I play video games and study on Mondays. So, everybody that's returning from a previous episode knows how this works already, but for our new guests and new arrivals, how it's going to work is that we will start by asking a series of questions, just to sort of break the ice and see how quickly people can become accustomed to talking to each other, and see if we can derail ourselves into becoming total gremlins by the end of the show. It will last 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes it goes a little over, sometimes it goes a little under. For the questions themselves, I will ask a myriad of different things, from what your geopolitical stance is on VTubers and idol cultures to what your favorite color is. And if you are free to, unlike the introductions, you are free to volunteer the information at your leisure. If nobody stands up and volunteers the information, then, much like an annoyed teacher, I will be calling names. Any questions?
No,
No.
No? Okay.
no.
Alright, so we got basic introductions out of the way. But let's dig a little deeper on that. Tell me about, like, specifically what games that you play often, or what stuff you've been playing recently. Let the audience know a little bit about what.
Ladies first.
Ah.
I'm non-binary. I don't count.
Ooh.
Okay, I see my hand has been forced here. Okay. So at the moment I'm in my Overwatch era. But I also play like Dead by Daylight, a lot of like small indie games. I'm a big fan of The Sims. I haven't streamed it yet, but I really want to start streaming it.
Okay.
I'm not too picky with games. I'll play anything really.
If you stream The Sims, I want to watch.
Yeah, I love The Sims.
I never got into The Sims when I was younger.
Really?
No, I played circa 2002, 2003. I played Sims 2 on our family computer and got bored of it and went outside and played with sticks.
Oh man.
And it wasn't even because I wasn't a massive gamer. My first memory was like getting handed a Game Boy Advance, or a Game Boy Color even, when waddling into the bathroom while my dad was on the toilet. I played Super Mario Bros. Deluxe while I was 3 years old. I knew how to play video games before I knew how to use the bathroom.
Wow.
Mm.
Man, I wasn't allowed to touch a computer until I was like 12, so. I shouldn't have been allowed to touch a computer, period.
Mistakes were made.
These are the consequences of our actions. We're all VTubers now. So, next.
I guess I'll go. Right now I've been playing a lot of Honkai Star Rail.
Okay.
I've been trying to get back into Stardew Valley, so I'm gonna probably be streaming that soon because I absolutely love Stardew. And on that note, I've also been looking into Sunhaven because I've been hearing really good things about it.
Have been playing Sunhaven religiously for the last week. I have
is it good?
47 hours in that game. I don't like.
Man.
I don't like Stardew. What I like.
Really?
Yeah. So what Sunhaven is like a cross between Terraria, Stardew, and RuneScape. And the moment you play it for like a few hours, you're gonna know exactly what I mean.
Oh man, I'm definitely gonna.
Are the Stardew features done good, is the question.
I won't say they're done bad, but I haven't gotten too deep into Stardew.
Yo, it's 25% off for anybody listening.
Yeah, 25% off. Hashtag not sponsored. I get a lot of sponsored games. That is not one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, as a kid, I played a lot of video games though. The GameCube is like my favorite console.
Nice.
So I've been going back to a lot of GameCube games, and I'm trying to get a capture card. Start streaming different things on here.
Oh hell yeah! Wait, which GameCube game specifically?
Oh gosh, so I really like the SpongeBob ones that released like way back when,
Wait,
and
what?
the Fairly Odd Parents ones. Yeah, no, there was like SpongeBob Battle of Bikini Bottom and like the Flying Dutchman's Revenge, and I know they just redid the Battle of Bikini Bottom. They're so fun.
That's so good.
Then like Metroid and stuff like that, but
I wish I got to be part of the GameCube era.
God damn, I've never played any of those games. I've never played GameCube. I've only played Nintendo 64 when my babysitter would allow me to touch it. And that was only Donkey Kong, and that's it.
Oh,
And
man.
Mega Man.
Okay, but which Donkey Kong?
I think it was Donkey Kong Country?
All right, that's a
It's
good
with
one.
the
At
little
least.
one. I was really surprised. I thought I would hate it because at that time I hated monkeys with a passion. I don't know why. I played a little bit of it and I was like, "Yo, this is actually really good." Old games they're just different. They were
They
made
are.
different.
They are.
But like they had like platforming elements, but they were done in such a specific way. They were just meant to be fun, I guess.
So, I mean, that's fair. So what games have you been playing lately, Rad? I know I caught the tail end of your Amnesia the Bunker stream
Oh
yesterday.
god. Oh god.
It's funny. I gave you a follow and was like, "Hey, speaking of podcasts," because you mentioned it at the tail end. I was like, "Speaking of podcasts, I sent you a list of things," and you just, I think you were just too anxiety ridden
Yeah.
because
I
of
think
how it
so.
was, because you did not notice either of those things.
I think so. Yeah, I don't even. I honestly, genuinely have no recollection of the last 20 minutes of that whole stream.
But what
Everything
else
that
have you been
happened
playing?
just that game. I've been trying to beat it. I've been trying to get through it completely so I could just upload the entire thing and be done with it completely, and
fair.
then we can move on to like other games. But this week I really want to play. Oh my god, what was it called? Anomaly Watch, I think.
Oh yeah, you were mentioning that at the tail end. It's like it was inspired by Observation Duty. I've played Observation Duty on stream. They're fucking fun.
Wait, what's it exactly? Observation Duty, is it supposed to be scary or what is it? exactly?
Okay, so it's a spot the difference horror game. So the anxiety of nothing happening is scarier than at times it's scarier than when things actually happen.
Oh my god, I just saw the
Ooh.
screenshots from the game. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I should play both. Yo, like games like that basically. Anything that's spoopy.
That's
I
fair.
really like.
You
But also
mentioned
modern games too.
you mentioned uploading them. Do you do a lot of editing?
No.
You just upload
do
raw
not
footage?
like editing. Kinda. I clip like bits of silence here and there, but
Got it.
yeah. I do not enjoy editing, honestly. I think it's my least favorite part of the process. I need an editor.
Well, I'm not offering my services. I am offering the practice. If you want to send me something, I need an excuse to continue it.
Oh, hell yeah,
I
yeah,
just
actually.
recently bought a year-long subscription to Premiere Pro, and
Oh,
because
nice.
I'm too busy at my job to actively stream the way I used to, I've been running out of things to edit.
Oh,
Oh, no.
hell yeah.
I also don't feel confident uploading my own shit, so I'd rather work on somebody else's and see what they think.
Oh, I feel that.
I feel that. That's real.
Too real. Where was I gonna
Has
go? Oh yeah,
anybody-
go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask really quick, has anybody played Sims 1? I heard it's extremely cursed.
No.
No, I haven't.
Most
Sims 2 was cursed
That's-
enough.
most first games back then were extremely cursed.
Oh god. It had the uncanny aesthetic thing going on, because I remember also Donkey Kong. I had a lot of nightmares after playing Donkey Kong, and I don't know why.
Because you didn't like monkeys or because it was cursed?
I think like both. Like some of the textures in the game were like hyper realistic. It was weird. Like they didn't know how to like balance stuff too well. Maybe, I don't know. I remember I had a lot of Simpsons nightmares, and I had a lot of Donkey Kong nightmares, and I think 1 or 2 Mega Man nightmares, but it wasn't that bad.
I
Mega
will
Man was
say, Donkey Kong Country as a kid had a very peculiar kind of art style. So I could
Yeah.
see it. I could see exactly the nightmares.
Exactly. You get me.
But on the subject of old games, let's go through that pipeline. What was everybody's video game console like timeline? I can go first on this one. Mine was Game Boy Color, then into Game Boy Advance, into PS2. Actually, no. Game Boy Color into PS2, into Game Boy Advance, well, the entire Game Boy line. Into Wii, DS, 360, PS4, PC.
Oh
Hmm.
god. So my whole family is filled with games. So
Same.
like as a kid, I just had consoles everywhere. So I don't even know where to start. I had like a Sega Saturn laying around, a Dreamcast, a GameCube, an N64. Like I've always just had them lying around. So I've gone through a lot.
I forgot about the N64. I had one of those. God, I remember. I was just talking about a game. Do you play the N64 a lot?
I did.
There's a game that exists that I'm convinced like only exists in my head and on Google Images, but it's called Hexen.
I have never heard of that.
Fuck. So basically, it's like Gauntlet if it were from Doom perspective.
Oh.
So like you got to choose your class and you were fighting like two-headed dog men and a bunch of magical creatures, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I actually right now, my dad and I built like an arcade machine. Like we built the frame for it.
Thank you so
and we have a
much
monitor in there and like a little Raspberry Pi system. So I have an actual like full-size arcade machine in my room with like a bunch of old school games.
Oh, that's so cool.
That sounds so cool.
It's probably like my favorite thing that I own.
I mean, everyone's console sounds so fun. I got into gaming quite late. So my first console was just a DS.
There's no such thing as a wrong
That's
time
valid,
to get
though.
into it.
Yeah. And I remember playing Nintendogs every single day.
That game was so good though.
It was so good.
It was.
Crap, what was my first DS game?
I'm experiencing childhood flashbacks. Yo, I think Nintendogs is what got me into simulation so hard.
Yeah. But the dogs never used to understand me when I would say like sit. So I used to get so upset at my DS. And then I think I just went straight onto like an Xbox 360 and then Xbox One, and then that's just where I've been. I recently went to PC, but apart from that, I'm not really cultured in the console world.
And now that she's a VTuber, it's more than just dogs that say sit on command.
Can I volunteer my pipeline? I feel a little shy talking about it.
Your
though.
what?
It's kind of
Your
weird.
pipeline? Yeah, go for it. There's no such thing as a bad pipeline for video games.
It's a weird one.
I can't wait to be proven wrong on this.
It was first my uncle's one of those super old computers, a really old Apple computer with DOS.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we had to learn how to do the execution of the command line to start a game, and we had to like guess the name of the game so that we could actually start the game. It was like called Apple Picker or something, and the whole point of the game was that you're like 2 pixels on like a 4-pixel screen, and it was really like disturbing to me as a kid because if you try to collect the wrong block, sometimes like a bomb falls on you and the whole screen turns red. Yeah. That shit scared me.
Minesweeper vibe.
Yeah, exactly. It really was like that. It was so weird. And then after that, I think my first ever console was a Nintendo DS. And then I skipped a bunch. I skipped a lot of them. I could only touch the Nintendo 64 at my babysitter's house just every once in a while, but it was like I wouldn't even consider that like a console that I actually played.
Okay.
I do consider that a console that I ripped a baby tooth out to while watching. So yeah.
Are we talking about figuratively or real?
Real.
You almost made me spit out my coffee here.
I was just like, man, I like this game. Yanks. God, children are weird.
What the fuck? No, that is not children are weird moment.
I lost one of my teeth biting down on a lollipop, so I mean, like, it happens.
Oh, I mean, I didn't take care of any of my teeth until I was like 18, so I just sort of lost all my baby teeth in rapid succession at like 12.
Huh. It just like fell out? Or like...
I mean, over time, they all sort of got loose.
I was impatient. I couldn't handle it. I wanted the tooth fairy.
Start ripping out your teeth.
Just imagining little baby Rad with a pair of pliers from Dad's toolbox. Just
A
huddled
string in the
corner.
doorknob.
No wonder you like horror games, man.
I was scared of the string method, so instead I just pulled with my fingers. I'm so weird.
I mean,
You're like,
okay,
it didn't
I
hurt though, I promise.
I did that for most of mine. I either wiggled them loose with my tongue or like I just straight up ripped them out.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like that, exactly. Although sometimes there was a napkin involved because it gave you more traction. Pro tip: if you're losing any teeth, get a napkin.
Yeah, pro tip, if you're
What?
pro tip, if you're watching this and you're below the viewing age of on Twitch, firstly,
Pro
fucking
tip.
leave. Secondly, use a napkin to rip out your baby teeth.
This was not one of the things I thought I was going to learn
Yeah,
today.
I didn't think it was either.
It gives you a better grip.
Oh.
Can somebody please
when you
clip
said-
that for me? My mod's not here right
No! No! Don't clip. When you mentioned Xbox 360, I remembered I lost my Xbox 360 to the Red Ring of Death. It feels like nobody remembers that.
Oh my god, I remember that.
You guys know about it?
God, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any Xbox player remembers the Red Ring of Death. It was the biggest fucking horror story that you could go through.
Yeah.
Listen,
Was
my
it-
Xbox 360 still alive and kicking.
Oh, you're so lucky. But like, what happened? Was it like a manufacturing error? I heard something like about the software was just built to explode at a certain point.
I don't
Is that actually
know
true?
specifically what it is, but I do know that there was varying degrees of it. So like you
Oh
could get
my
the
God,
one
really?
ring, or because so you know how the 360 had the 4 quadrant lights on it.
Yeah, I think so.
So the severity of the red ring depended on how many of those lights lit up. If it was a full ring, your Xbox was toast. If it
I
was
had the
only a
full ring.
I had a 2 ring, and my Xbox like flickered into Japanese and then shut the fuck off.
Oh my god.
No.
Self-destructs.
And like
That's
I
scary.
was scared to turn it on for a solid 2 hours.
Yo, I'm getting so many flashbacks. Oh my god. Because, oh my god, my house at the time was like haunted. That's
Oh,
why I
no.
got so scared of the red ring
Oh.
when it happened.
So Chaos Jester in chat actually putting out what that was. It's a processor heatsink
Oh.
issue.
Heat
Didn't
up
know
and
that.
cook
Didn't
the
know
paste.
what thermal paste was back then.
Oh, that's why I tried to fix it with thermal paste. I opened it up completely and I tried to fix it. I was so desperate. I just wanted to play Skyrim, okay? and then it didn't do anything. It didn't work at all. My mom was like, "You made it worse."
Oh. Did you try putting it in rice?
Fuck, I should.
Did you
Try
try turning
turning
it off and
back
back
on
on again?
The only two solutions.
We're off to a great start if we're all sharing the brain cell already.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's ask some more questions. What's the longest stream you ever did? Let's talk about our streaming career a bit more rather than just video games.
Sorry, I was also reading chat, by the way.
You're
I
good.
just wanted to say.
I mean, it's encouraged.
Shotgun,
Wait.
not first this time.
Oh my god, so many people didn't have the Red Ring of Death. I'm like shocked.
Yeah.
Their
Is
Xboxes
it
didn't
really
sell.
that rare?
It was more of like an arbitrary what's the word? Defect.
Oh. Oh my god. That's scary. How unlucky, Jesus.
Like you're in a lottery.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad lottery.
The worst lottery in the world.
But yeah.
Also, yeah, about street. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, I guess I'll answer your. So before I was a VTuber, I actually used to do like face cam streams. I don't know how I got here, but I did like a straight like 12-hour stream once, just because I completely lost track of time.
Whoa.
I was not intending to go that long. It was when Genshin first came out.
Genshin!
like literally release month, and I just sat there and I looked at the time and I was like, oh no.
Eh,
So, for
That
me,
explains it.
yeah, to be fair. For me, I mean, yesterday I did a 15-hour stream, but I think my
Hey.
longest was probably
God.
20 hours.
Were you playing
Okay,
Genshin?
not bad,
I
not
was
bad.
playing Genshin.
Typical
been.
VTuber behavior.
Wait, what were you playing?
I played a lot of games. I've just recently got into League.
Oh no, I'm so
I've
sorry
gone
for your
down
loss.
the- I know. And like Overwatch and everything. It was fun. It was fun.
Arna Shinsuke, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome
I
to the
don't remember
cafe.
the longest stream.
Who else followed me a second
I
ago?
know I did a 20, like I did.
Jester,
a
thank you so
subathon
much
where I
for the
stayed
follow.
online,
Welcome to the
but that's
cafe.
not the same as like being awake and streaming. I think the longest time I spent in stream at some point must have been. We were doing the subathon, and I think it was 12 hours, but I don't know what I was doing. I think just the Sons of the Forest.
You guys are making me feel terrible.
No. What was your longest stream?
No.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what was it?
Wait, what was that?
Wait, what?
No.
29.
What game?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So, streamer career lore. I, at one point, was infamous for doing 24-hour charity streams. Just period. For fucking funsies and for charity. So I came into it pretty strong. And then a few months back, I think it was like March or April, I did a subathon. And I was like, fuck it. I don't have a lot of viewers. Let's do an hour per sub. And I regret it.
Oh no.
So we got up to 24 hours, and I'm like, okay. 2 subs for every hour, and then I went up to 29 hours.
Oh my god.
So I did a 29-hour subathon, and I need to do another subathon soon. But first, I have to do the shotathon and a few other things.
Good luck.
I'm really excited for the shotathon.
What's a shotathon?
It's exactly what it sounds like. I came up with it.
Oh. See, I just realized. Oh no.
On the subject of like accolades and stuff, what's your like proudest moment or like the closest you've ever come to stardom, or what's a thing that like somebody you've interacted with that's huge or anything like that that you just feel like soft flexing about?
So my stories aren't really a flex, more so just like bad situations.
Same.
Oh wait, like I have 2 that are like huge. So back when I was in like 8th grade,
Okay.
back when like being edgy was cool, I liked Leafy. And
Oh,
I got
no.
wait. I hate him, but I got in a Twitter fight with Keemstar. And then about like a year or 2 ago, I had like a huge Genshin fan page, which I've deactivated, but I had like 30k followers, and Tectone decided to like attack me.
No.
But we made up, and he
Oh,
came into my stream and we talked it out. We were all good, but it was just funny. It was just, they were really funny situations.
That's
I laughed them
hilarious.
out. Tectone's a great guy.
I meant
it was
specifically
just
as
a
VTubers, but this is the
miscommunication.
greatest thing that I've heard.
Yeah, no, I had to bring those up because they're just so funny to look back on. Keemstar, I hate him. We don't get along, but Tecto's a great guy. We made up, talked it out. It was a miscommunication, but it was just funny. It was hilarious.
Thank goodness. But Keemstar, if you're enemies with Keemstar, then you're okay in my book. So.
he posted a picture of me and everything. I was like 14, and he like
Are
posted
you
my
lost?
face. Yeah, he like posted my face. It was like, everyone go block this bitch, and I was like, I am a child.
Oh my god.
Oh, man,
Ame
it was
over here
wild.
is full on like Twitter famous apparently.
No, it was wild. I look back on it and I'm like, this 30-year-old man attacked a 14-year-old. This is crazy.
I'm
Jesus.
so sure I heard of that. I'm so sure I was watching like a Keemstar video. I think it was by The Right Opinion or someone, and they mentioned that he posted the picture of a minor. Oh my god.
Probably me.
Amethyst,
No.
you're famous.
You're famous.
I'm so sorry that happened though. Holy
No, it's
shit.
okay. It's really funny. I wasn't like upset about it or anything. It was really funny. I was laughing.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's not at all what I meant when I asked the question, but that's insane. Are you
Listen,
kidding me?
I think it was the right time to bring it up. It's really
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I don't think there was going to be a better time. You're absolutely right.
I don't think I can top that.
I don't think I can either. And I'm like really proud of mine.
What's yours?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Fine. Teacher will go first.
Yeah.
So mine is very recent. It's two things. I made a this one I'm actually kind of ashamed of, but I made a tweet about
Oh no.
not being able to see the roots of your tree as a content creator. And actually, I'll read it out loud. People that quit streaming because of a quote-unquote lack of growth would make terrible gardeners. You can't judge a tree based on how far your branches have, and I made a typo, grown, comma, when so much of your growth lies within its roots. And I'm pissed off because that's maybe the most insightful thing I've ever said on the internet, and it's punctuated by a typo.
Oh.
If it makes you feel better, I didn't see the typo when I read it.
Yeah, neither.
That's a good saying though. That's really smart. Because you also don't know who has like, there's another part of that. Like you don't know who has like recognized you and possibly seen you, who might be like really big, who might promote you in the future because they see your effort, for example. Yeah.
Like
You don't know how deep your roots go.
I don't get the chance to stream often, and when I do, if it's not the podcast, it's not exactly a lot of viewers, but it's always been the same viewers for months on end now. So, like, I'm very, very happy for my roots. Because they're clearly there, and they're clearly here to stay for as long as I'm willing to continue streaming. It's great. But aside from that, my second biggest thing, and I'm so giddy, I almost had a freaking panic attack while I was at work yesterday. I reached out to one of my favorite artists, asking for his permission to do a cover of one of his songs,
Oh, yeah, I
and
saw
he
that.
responded back to me.
Oh, that's so.
And I still freak out every time I think about it, because he straight up gave me the track to work with without his lyrics on it.
Oh wow,
Oh, yo.
that's so nice.
Whoa.
I mean, granted,
Can I ask
after
what
he
song?
gave me permission, I ripped the vocals from the track myself anyways. But the fact that he did that.
Yeah, right?
So for those of you
Man.
who might know who it is, it's an artist by the name of Static P.
Vocaloid, right?
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Wait, no.
He does a lot of like cute nerdy songs. He's done a track with Lily Peach too.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Th-
so
oh,
sure I heard it.
Circus P is.
But anyways, yeah, he's one of my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
artists of all time, and he straight
Oh,
up gave
no.
me express permission to not only do the cover but share it with him when I'm done. And I'm nervous as shit because I have no formal singing training. I don't know. I get very mixed reviews about whether or not I am a good singer, period. And so I'm like, okay, an actual artist just recognized me. I have to train now. I have to like actually do vocal training and do this right. And so that's what I've been doing in my free time while binging the hell out of Suits and playing Sunhaven. I've just been like
hell yeah.
doing vocal training.
If you need anyone to mix your vocals for free, I can do so.
I
I used to do
define mix, because I'm using Premiere Pro, but I don't have any other like audio software.
Oh, you're gonna need me. I'm
But-
sorry.
But like I already have the instrumental track separated from the vocals, so like I have just the track itself.
You're gonna need EQing on your voice and some possible like so there's like certain frequencies you might want to block that might be like messing it up or making it sound muddy possibly.
I'm absolutely
kinda
gonna
like-
have to message you.
Yeah.
Because like this is good things to know. I didn't think I was gonna get into like the singing part of being a fucking VTuber, but here we are.
You got a good look for it too.
Yeah.
Like your whole
Thanks.
aesthetic is a really cool. You just have a cool appearance.
I
You look like
appreciate
one
that.
Do you know the men who wear like the pinstripe suits and the hats and they're like the boatmen? You look like one of those.
Yeah.
In a cool way.
Thanks. I don't do compliments. Stop it. Stop right now. Good class.
What was the original question? Good class.
What's your claim to fame, or like the most
Oh,
hype
right,
thing,
right.
or most like
Oh.
hype recognition you've got?
I mean, for me, I haven't been doing this that long, so I haven't had like a really big moment. But my kind of like flexes, I really liked this VTuber for quite a while, and she's kind of small, but she does really good content. And then one day I reached out, and now we're friends, and I'm very happy about that.
You'll have to nominate her for the show.
Oh, I will. Okay, I will.
We'll cover that later, though.
Yeah, okay.
I look like I want to sell him a Fallout shelter courtesy of. Wow. That compliment had layers to it.
Fuck, that's good.
No, I'm just a classy barista man who maybe used to own a cafe or a casino,
Maybe.
and according to specific previous guests, is also an Eldritch Horror.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, it's not.
I don't. I'm a little scared to jump into the discussion because I don't know if you want to get in trouble with people.
Oh, so if it's the tweet I'm thinking of, then it's the exact reason I reached out to you to begin with, so
Oh,
you're
God.
kind of free to.
Oh god.
Like, okay, bear in mind, as a full disclaimer for the podcast and for guests, we do not do politics here, but we can absolutely do morality. And Rad posted a tweet that I strongly agree with regarding recent events that I'm now going to let him talk about if you want.
Oh god. I might need your help to recall specific events because I have a little bit of brain fog. But
Okay,
man,
to be entirely fair though, I only heard about this event because I'm like dead to the world when it comes to news. I get all my shit from what
same.
other people I've seen have tweeted about. And thank God I'm on the okay side of Twitter, so I'm not getting anything badly misinformed.
Oh god. How do I get on that side, please? Please help. I'm always perpetually on the bad side of Twitter, and I don't know why, but I guess just Twitter hates me, maybe. I don't know, but so I woke up the day of at some point and saw a wall of tweets just being like, fuck rich people, I'm glad they're all dead.
Yeah.
Basically. And I at that point I was kind of like, what's going on here? What happened? I don't know anything about this. So I dug into the sub-tragedy and I tried to find out who was on board, because I'm like, if they're saying fuck these people, maybe they're horrible people.
Yeah, for context, this is regarding the submarine that went to go explore the Titanic full of rich people.
Yeah. And normally I stay out of politics and I stay out of these discussions unless I see something horribly toxic, then I might speak up, but this kind of looked bad to me, so I was kind of like, all right, I have to do research. I saw that one of the guys was a really famous adventurer guy who was a deep sea diver, which is, I think that's a profession that has at least a 20% chance of death immediately. So, so deep sea divers, guys, if you ever want to make bank, be a deep sea diver. Those guys.
As a bit of a sidebar, I know a deep sea welder, and he fucking brings in money.
Oh yeah. No, you can literally be a millionaire within a few months of work if you're a deep sea diver. It's
that depends on
dangerous though. Oh yeah, that's true. But it's generally an extremely dangerous job because they don't really understand the physics of what's going on just yet perfectly. So it's kind of a risk every single time you go into the water. It's just a big mess. And he's also a guy who studies the Titanic, and that's why he was going on this, because he wanted to use the Titanic as a jumping off point to introduce children to conservation of the sea. and there's a bunch of species
I
living
didn't
on the
know
wreck.
about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the problem with the media. They don't really talk about the people who actually died. They just kind of glance over it, it seems. At least I think so. I don't know. I didn't
I mean,
really
you're
look
not
at
wrong.
any
That
news
does
reports.
tend to happen with other stories, so.
And I was just like, all right, so this guy probably brings in millions from his book deals, his explorations, he's got books and shit, man. He did a book on the Titanic. I think he's one of the most well-known people who studies the Titanic because he was also even mentioned by this one YouTuber I really like, Deep Sea Designs. I really recommend this guy. He's pretty cool if you like ocean stuff, and I like ocean stuff, so.
I never would have guessed, Mr. Olker, man.
And yeah, he said that this is a guy that I've been looking up to, and I'm like, all right, that means he's a chill dude. The other guy was like some CEO, but there's not much on him, so I'm like, all right, this one's questionable. Maybe he was kind of poopy. I don't know. His son is just, he didn't even want to go on the ship thing. He didn't want to go onto it, but he thought, well, it's Father's Day. I have to. My dad bought this ticket. Let's do it. Which is really sad. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if I made anybody sad just now. Ugh.
I mean, it's a deep conversation. It's gonna happen no matter what. People die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
what I
guys, if you disagree with me, please feel free.
Also, hi, Horan.
Just
I
call
didn't
me
get the
out.
chance to formally thank you for everything you sent me yesterday. I really appreciate you.
You were saying something. Sorry, I interrupted
Oh,
you.
no. You. No, the 19-year-old was definitely like the biggest tragedy. He was just trying to make his dad happy. It's
Exactly. And one of the other guys was the CEO of this whole thing, who I think was delusional. I honestly think he had something up with him, because even in interviews when he's talking about safety, he's just like, there's no point. Why should I care about safety? There's no reason to. Risks are necessary. Like, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he was like that. I think he was just very like innovation over safety forever and ever and ever.
Innovation
And,
is safety. Innovation is efficiency.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a full fucking like tangent
Oh my
about
god, give it to me.
the evolution
Yes.
of technology within the human race. Whoever says to work harder, not smarter, or like put in more effort or something, does not have the brain cells necessary to create. Innovation is and always has been since the dawn of time about a way to make things more efficient. Efficiency by merit and by implication means safety. The more efficient something is, the less likely something bad's going to happen for it. That is part of the definition of efficiency. Innovation is efficiency. Efficiency is safety.
Exactly. No, exactly. And I mean, that's kind of why space stuff is so big right now, because we can do it safely and everybody's happy about
To a
it.
certain degree, we still can't colonize Mars
Yeah.
for like another 50 years. And anybody that
Yeah.
doesn't think that is just trying to sell you something.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck him.
Then again, did he say 50? I don't know, but either way, he seems to be full of big dreams. But man, okay, so what happened was that I did some research. I realized that these people kind of don't really deserve this. They're not horrible people. And I keep seeing these big VTubers talking really bad shit about them,
Right.
bad shit about the tragedy. And big VTubers, I mean, over 5K, over 6K, 7K. So I was kind of like, you know what? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna say something about this. So I tried to, in my big tweet, the goal was not just to like kind of get my own feelings out about it, but also to be like, so this is why this isn't okay to kind of say. So I was
Yeah.
trying to like explain like, hey, these are people's kids. These are people who aren't, horrible, corrupt billionaires. This isn't Donald Trump. This is like an explorer and a kid and some CEO who I don't really know, and then some guy who just created the sub. It's kind of like not really the same. Like, you can hate the class, but you shouldn't hate. You can't turn people into symbols of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, do I believe that some multi-millionaires and billionaires deserve the guillotine? Yes, absolutely.
Oh
but
yeah.
death is like being deserving of death is absolutely case by case instead of class by
Yeah.
class.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
just because I want to eat the rich doesn't mean I think Markiplier deserves his head on a pike, because he makes just as much money. And he's one of the
That's
greatest
so
people on the planet.
Exactly, but like exactly, like you can't hate an entire class because it's not, you're generalizing, and it's so funny because these are the same people who are like, how dare you generalize low income people, or how dare you generalize, I don't know, a certain minority or a certain group. And it's like, if we can't generalize one group, maybe we shouldn't generalize any group.
Without going too far down the political rabbit hole, I absolutely agree with this.
It is too. I do want to make a distinction that is to different degrees. I think it's a lot worse to generalize an LGBTQ person if we have to pick like favorites here, because of the amount of like horror that happens to them versus like a billionaire. But it's still wrong to generalize, I think. You know, it's still just wrong in general. But that was my point. That was my tweet basically. And this dude, I got noticed by somebody with 30K.
You blew up to such an extreme degree off of that.
I hated it. Because I got noticed by some big VTubers who just wouldn't leave me the fuck alone in general. Okay, just to clarify also, I have anxiety, which is why I don't really like, how do I explain this? If somebody wants to call me out, I don't like it. I'm not like good with trauma. I don't enjoy it, you know? So, just to clarify in case anybody's thinking like, oh yeah, you probably just wanted this or something. No, I didn't. Especially not from this guy. But yeah, can I say the name? I don't know if I can.
For the sake of Rule 2 on the terms, I'm going to say...
Okay, no names. But this guy basically kind of mocked me. He was trying to do a gotcha because I wrote so much. And I think what his point was that you're writing so much about this tragedy, where were you when other tragedies were going on, which is very funny because I was there and I was writing a lot. He just doesn't know those tweets. I also delete retrospectively. I delete a lot of tweets that I talk about drama in because I don't want that to be big in my thing a lot. You know, I don't want to... You know what I mean? Especially because sometimes that attracts bigots, ironically. Sometimes that attracts really shitty people.
Yeah, you really gotta be careful with how you take a stand.
Yeah. So that's why I retrospectively delete a lot of big tweets I make about, like, let's be fair to each other, because sometimes that just gets haters into your streams to be like, you're stupid. So, you know, that's kind of what I do. But ironically, it's really funny because at the same time as this was going on, all of us VTubers who, I think the limit for their campaign was 5K. Anybody over 5K? I'm not sure. That could be wrong, though. Was invited to participate in the Summer Slam. Was it 5K? I don't know. Were you guys invited by any chance?
I have not been invited then.
Okay. Then I think it must be a certain limit, or they see your tweets.
But
I
have heard of this thing. It's not. Actually, the last 2 episodes have had a guest from it. So.
Oh. I don't know what it depends on for them to invite you, but I'm pretty sure it might be follower count. I think that's unfortunately how.
I think it's a combination of things. Follower count probably definitely helps.
Yeah, then again, you're right, because I think I did see other people participating that were at 1K. I think it might also just be luck. I just got lucky too, I think.
It could be.
But I got invited, and I'm pretty sure they must have extended the same invitations to a bunch of other people, especially bigger VTubers, I think. I could be wrong there. But generally every month, my goal is to do at least one charity stream for a charity. Looking at his streams, he doesn't do a single one of them, which I'm kind of... He was trying to kind of virtue signal me while at the same time not really performing actual activism, which made the whole situation feel really like tone deaf and weird. I mean, I could be reading too much into it, but there was a whole... Oh, man, I'm sorry for talking so much about this. It was just like genuinely traumatizing to me, because at that point, he had already done this twice to me. In previous situations. One was kind of my fault, but I also... should I go into detail about that first situation? I don't know if you know about it. It kind of ties into why he hates me.
No, I feel like we're letting this go
Maybe too
a little,
far.
yeah, a little too far. Like,
Okay.
I'm absolutely here for like speaking out against things on both sides of the fence. I'm very Marxism. I'm like, as far as political stance, without getting into the conversation, everybody's entitled to their own opinions as long as you respect other people's lives in my channel. I am very pro-Marxist communism, and that therefore I follow a lot of like liberal and socialist sort of guidelines when it comes to my stance on things. I just don't want to. How do I word this? Sorry, I'm very tired.
To over politicize the conversation, probably, right? Yeah, I mean, just to like summarize what happened very, very quickly, he misunderstood something completely. Even though in the context of the first tweet he got mad at me over, I explained what I meant, he completely ignored that and instead just tries to like drag me over and over and over again, even though like he doesn't have any ground to stand on because he's just completely making something up out of something that I already explained. Does that make sense? I hope that does. He like kind of just construed something, even though I very clearly made a point in what I was trying to say. He turned it into something super horrible and is running with that still to this day. Kite and a bunch of other VTubers tried to correct him, even though he was still running with it, and they wrote under his like tweets like, "Hey, no, this isn't at all what happened. We have the video. We know what Rad said. You're just like kind of, I don't know what you're doing here." And he just completely ignores it every single time. So I feel like it's intentional and it's driving me insane. Like, how do you have 30K but you're so willing to just hurt people, I guess, you know?
It is what it is. The bigger you get, the more people notice you in both good and bad ways.
Yeah, that's true.
There's only so much to be said. I'm consider myself a fairly small streamer. And yet I've gotten myself in. But just from trying to recruit people onto the show, I've gotten myself caught in drama.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Because people might think that you're standing somewhere, right? You have a stance or something.
No, not even that. Like, this is the first like pseudo political thing that's ever even been said on the show. But it was just that like, so when I reach out to people, they're absolute strangers. You all, for the most part, don't know me. Rad, especially. Lately, I've been doing like a nomination system, but so like Amethyst, you were nominated. Astariee, you were nominated. And therefore, I had like a mutual for you guys to go to. But Rad, you were a total stranger when I messaged you. You didn't have any frame of reference as to who I was, and for the longest time when I was first starting this podcast up, bear in mind this is episode 14, I've done this with 42 other VTubers.
Whoa. Damn.
But for the longest time, like episodes 1 through 5, I want to say, it was just friggin' crapshoot every time. I would find people on Twitter that I thought would be kind of cool to have on and then shoot them a message and then get nothing. And then I would find somebody else and shoot them a message and get nothing. And it was like that for a while. And some people suggested, hey, why don't you go into some Discord servers and try it out? Some people's Discord servers. And in doing that, I got accused of blocked, banned, and then subtweeted at about trying to clout chase for the sake of only collaborating.
Oh my.
What?
Oof.
This has happened a few times to the point where like I just don't go into anybody's Discord servers anymore. If I'm going to find them, I'm going to find them strictly through somebody else or through messaging on Twitter. Because it's the only safe way to do it.
Yeah, because people accuse you of like self-promotion.
Exactly.
All this.
That's a big no from me.
Yeah.
Ay. Oh my gosh. Oh, can I actually say something really quick? Because somebody in the chat made a point. I don't know if it's okay to call people out in your chat.
I mean, it's absolutely okay to read out what's going on in chat.
Yeah.
I will say,
not in a bad way.
As a warning to the chat and for the conversation, I do kind of want to try to move on from it on the side of very soon, and it is getting it's getting a little charged, a little too charged in my chat for comfort. I like food for thought conversations, but after a certain point, it will become too much for me.
Yeah,
So if we could all
I do wanna
dial it
say,
back a little bit.
what Funk said is a really good food for thought moment as well. I completely agree with that. I think the hate towards the class is completely justified, because a lot of horrible stuff happens, and I completely appreciate what you said, and I just want to say, like, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
The last thing I will end the entire conversation with, just as a side corrective term that not a lot of people realize, is that when people say "eat the rich," the term is not referring to actually encouraging the deaths. Yeah,
Yeah.
The term is not referring to actually encouraging the deaths of the upper class. It's referring to financially eat the rich, devour their assets, and distribute them among the Commonwealth. That is the entire point of the stance, and that is the entire perspective that you have. You shouldn't want to wish death upon others unless they have actively caused the deaths of others, or actively caused the ruining of other people's lives through traumatic experiences, not just financial destruction.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's my
why I got like. That's why I got so sad, and that's kind of why when people were like, "Oh, you wrote so much gotcha," it was kind of hurtful, because it's like, man, it's just. I do want to ask you guys, would that be considered a low blow, or would that be considered just a gotcha attempt?
I think they're just attempting a gotcha. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I had a similar situation happen over the same situation. Someone took my words out of context with the submarine thing. It was an account with a lot of followers. I got attacked, and it happens. I mean, when people see things, take it out of context, it causes a lot of drama, but all you can really do is, like, try to clear your name. There's not much of that.
Yeah. Wait, do you mind telling me exactly what happened? Or, like, what somebody tried to take out
I won't go in
context?
detail. I'll just say it was the submarine thing. I made a comment saying, okay, I understand the whole, like, class thing, but, look into it. No one deserved to die. Someone took it out of context and blew up.
Oh, I see, okay.
I'd like to move on from this. I will say, as a form of encouragement to all of us that are trying to grow, bear in mind that after a certain point, when you hit, like, I want to say roughly 10,000 followers on any platform, you start to just buy into trending stances rather than have your own thoughts about things, because it's more beneficial for you. So, like, some people will take more extreme stances, whether or not they genuinely believe it, or if they're fed into it, or if they're just looking for the attention. That will happen. I'm not saying any of that has happened in these recent situations or anything, but it is not uncommon.
It's
and
just
we
more
should
prone.
we should take things in stride when it comes to those sorts of situations, and remember that we are our own thinking individuals, and we're entitled to our own opinions as long as it doesn't actively affect or distress the lives.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for saying that. I didn't think about it that way.
So let's move on to something more lighthearted. Well, what have we gone over so far? We've gone over streaming. We've gone over our claims to fame.
Somebody asked what's your favorite music genre, by the way.
Somebody
I'm
did,
also
and I
curious.
don't have an answer to that.
What about you guys?
I'm very, very basic. I like anything 2010s pop, which is it's very general. Anything
that's
like
not bad.
Lady Gaga, or like I feel very basic saying this, but like Taylor Swift and stuff. my jams.
I've always been into more like metal, punk, rock, stuff like that.
Two ends
Same
of a
here.
spectrum.
Brad, would you like to weigh in?
Anything with a good beat, but I'm super into underground stuff, or like rock, metal, especially funk recently. Funk, ever since it became like a bigger thing, I've just been devouring funk music, man.
Oh.
Dark funk, but also trap or dark trap.
Okay.
XXX
What
Temptation
is
is
dark
forever.
trap for you? I'm curious.
Dark trap, it's more like it's trap, but dark. Like trap can be like really like it can be elative. It can be really hype
So-
music sometimes,
so-
but dark trap is more like
Just so we're on the
creepy
same page,
sounding
because
sometimes.
I suck at actually defining genres by label. Trap is like a sort of like beat, or not necessarily beat heavy, but a song or a track that has accentuation on the drum line or like the instrumentals of the percussion, but
Oh,
it's in
yeah.
a repeating pattern throughout the entire song, correct?
Usually, it's all the music that goes.
Okay.
And
And it's always
That
it's
one.
always a repeating trapped beat, right?
kind of, yeah, exactly.
Okay. So
There's a lot of elements that repeat.
dark trap in context, are we talking like Heathens from 21 Pilots, or
Oh, 21 Pilots is trap, but I do like 21 Pilots. I think a dark trap would be more like XXXTentacion.
Okay.
So trap, but there's a darker spin on it, so it's got more like creepy sounding vibes.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
think
know
that
that.
stuff is cool. Also,
feel very-
Vocaloid.
Oh my
All
god.
Vocaloid's good, yeah.
Vocaloid's good, I can agree.
So personally, I don't have a favorite genre. I listen to everything except for like modern country. But I have favorite bands within the genres I listen to the most. Conceptually
favorite band?
speaking, I'm fully, heavily punk. I went to Pride Fest last weekend, wore a sleeveless button down, completely unbuttoned, and
Oh,
let
hell
people
yeah.
paint on me. Had the anarchy symbol painted on my back, and I was absolutely there for it. I believe in full like disestablishmentarianism, like completely doing away with current forms of government and building from the ground up, stuff like that. Music wise, I have a favorite punk band, I have a favorite rock band, I have a favorite lo-fi band, I have a favorite indie
Oh,
feel good
lo-fi.
band. I actually don't have a favorite lo. But I have favorites among all the genres, and I listen to all of them pretty evenly.
Do you have an all-time favorite?
I don't have an all-time favorite, but I do have an all-time most impressionable.
Ooh,
Bands, two bands in particular that have left the deepest impression upon me, and it explains why I'm heavily punk. Linkin Park
good band.
Ooh, Linkin
and
Park,
a
yeah.
band called Rise Against.
I
Oh,
love
shit.
Rise Against.
Hey! Similarly, and for the same reason, because I listen to lyrics more than I do instrumentals, Flowbots.
Mm.
Flowbots
Feels
is
familiar, but
choices.
handlebars. I can ride my
Okay,
bike
okay.
with no handlebars. That was that.
oh yeah, I know them.
So yeah, I listen
That's
to
the
literally.
only song, unfortunately, I know.
they have a lot of very okay. So I consider them like not necessarily brick rap, but political rap, like slam rap.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they are very, very good at slam rap.
Do you guys turn off the music when you turn off the music? Turn off the light when you listen to music.
No, I
I'm
listen to
always
music at any given moment in
So,
time.
Yeah.
It depends on the music for me, and depends on where I am at the moment. But
Mm. You know, sometimes you've got to turn the lights out and jam to Taylor Swift, you know, getting your feelies.
exactly. hmm
All
Have
right,
you guys
so-
seen the Swifties meme? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to bring it
no,
back
no,
to this,
thi-
but
this
the Swifties meme.
Hold on, no, you're allowed to continue this. Give me one moment. I've had 8 measurable cups of coffee, and I really need to use the restroom. Can you guys hold down the fort for a
Yeah.
second without burning anything down?
Talk about music.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Where's the lighter?
Where's the lighter? Get out of here. You are a sea animal. You should not be encouraging this.
It's okay. I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
Hold the lighter.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'm a
Yo.
witch. I can do it. I can make a flame of and don't worry.
Oh,
Now,
shit.
how do we start a war? Hmm.
Let's mention all the names of the people that we didn't name drop.
Oh, I was gonna say put milk in before cereal, but that works.
Oh,
I think that one's worse.
that one, yeah,
Yeah.
it might be worse.
Well, what? What if
There
you?
was this- I gotta ask you guys, have you seen the Swifties meme? I need to send it to
I
you.
have
There's
seen the Swifties meme.
like the people that walked into the bus. You know, I never believed in the demographic for music, and then I saw that and I was like, wait a minute.
Swifties are an entire different species, and I'm not one of them. Okay, I'm not one of them.
I was so surprised that there's not a single guy there. I do admit, I mean, Taylor Swift actually makes pretty good music. You know.
I
There's
don't know
the
why I said
aggressive-
Taylor Swift. I like one Taylor Swift song. I panicked, okay? And then everyone else came out with funk and like punk and like trap, and I was like, oh. Fine.
Yeah,
Don't
I
I look like
literally-
a vanilla ice cream right now?
No, so big into music. I've been to like I think 8 concerts this year already, and I have another one.
Who did you see?
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, my last concert was Pierce the Veil in the Used and Fall Out Boy.
Oh.
Yo,
Fall Out Boy, I love Fall Out
Yes.
Boy.
I do too. They're one of my favorite bands.
you guys, I've
Wow.
committed an unforgivable sin.
Oh no, what?
Slipknot was playing right next to me, and I didn't go.
No. Actually, one of my the best concerts I ever went to was Slipknot, and that was like,
How crazy were people?
oh my god, it was insane. It was insane.
Yo. I've only been to one concert in my life, and it was a System of a Down concert. Yo, I'm never gonna forget that. I'm never gonna
Yeah.
forget it. It was so, I mean, just the difference between, like, I don't know, rock concerts, and then you get into, like, alt concerts from,
Yeah.
like, more out there people, groups and stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, people were trying to set off fireworks
Every
inside of the
band-
stadium.
Every band has like a different
no.
dynamic with their crowd, so going to different shows is like one of the things.
I was really surprised. I've been to an orchestra concert one time, and it was like
All right, what have
I
you
was-
guys done?
Oh.
we're talking about concerts. and
Okay.
Yeah.
we did
Oh,
say
fun
that,
fact! I love
swear.
music. I've never been to a concert
Really?
in my
You
entire
gotta
life.
go.
No, I've been to a rave post anime convention, but I don't think that counts.
Oh wait, I go to anime convention raves too.
They're actually pretty fucking
I just
fun.
yeah, I just went to one recently.
I haven't been to a con in years though.
Man, we don't have cons here.
I
wish we
don't
did.
have time.
I have a lot of con. Go to one.
System of Down is whackers, man. If I don't know if Slipknot is still playing, but your first concert, you
Slipknot's
should
always
go
on.
to Slipknot.
They're always on tour.
Thank God. I hope that they come back though to Poland.
I thought about maybe going to, because I think Watsky's coming through my state soon. I thought about maybe going to that for my first concert.
Mm.
But I don't know. I just don't really have time.
That's under.
Dry cereal is a based snack, and you can't convince me otherwise.
It depends on the cereal. It depends on the
I'm
cereal.
gonna need you guys to hold me back.
Wait, hold on. Where was this?
In the chat, they were talking about cereal. Honestly, dry cereal, it
Ah.
depends.
Okay, no, you know what? They got a point. They're kind of cooking. Dry cereal.
Yeah.
I can't be here anymore.
Dry
Just like,
cereal is a
yeah.
perfectly fine snack depending on the cereal.
I
not-
agree.
Lucky Charms.
I'm not gonna be over here like, hey, go ahead and pop a fucking frosted mini wheat into your mouth real quick. No. But like,
I don't know. I like dry fruity pebbles.
but like, Honey Nut Cheer. That one's a little weird, but I kind
Dry
of
fruity pebbles.
Yeah, I don't know. Cinnamon toast crunch. Yeah, I like.
All right, now I may have to ban somebody.
No.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is not better without milk.
Dry fruity pebbles. Is it just fruity in your mouth?
I don't know. I just like fruity pebbles.
No, you know what? Okay, that gets a pass. I just remembered when I had marshmallow together with Fruity Pebbles. It's like a snack. The marshmallow
yeah.
made it.
When
better.
I think of like a dry cereal snack, I think of two things in particular. I think of Honey Nut Cheerios,
Valid.
or I think of Frosted Flakes.
Valid.
Cornflakes.
I think of only one thing. Lucky Charms. That is the one thing I really miss from America. Dude, I'd kill for some Lucky
Miracle.
Charms.
What's everybody's
I wanna
favorite cereal?
try.
What's everybody's favorite
Lucky
cereal?
Charms. Lucky Charms.
Oh.
Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
I don't know, because I only eat cereal without milk. I don't like cereal with milk, so I don't really eat cereal that much. Maybe Cocoa Pops?
Cocoa Pops is an
Actually,
acceptable
you know
answer.
what? I got called an old lady for this. I like Golden Graham.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I forget that Golden Grams even fucking existed. Because it was a spin-off
They're
cereal
so
for the
good.
fucking Teddy Grams.
They're so good.
All
I
right.
need a picture.
So my two favorite cereals, right?
Oh, yo, Golden Grams are based. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
I
they're so
love
good.
them. Oh my god.
My two favorite cereals are Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is why I'm willing to die on this fucking hill that you're not valid for liking dry Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Mauro. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks are so good, and I can't find them in the stores anymore.
Honey
What do you mean you can't find them in the stores
I can't
anymore?
find them. I can't
What?
find them in my stores. My
Oh.
my partner had to like go on a hunt for a box because you just can't find them.
Yo, Honey Smacks are the best. Dude,
They are
these are my
so
favorite. But only the ones. Oh, they're Golden Crisp, I guess. Not. What? There's like an off-brand here in Europe, so.
I used to live in
You what?
I used to live in Europe, so I probably know.
Oh,
You know what? You know what? I'm actually gonna throw out a hot take because nobody gives this cereal the credit it deserves. Let's talk about it for a second. Corn Pops.
I used to love corn when I was young.
Yo! I wouldn't stop eating them, and my family had to ban them.
Corn Pops are so underratedly good, and nobody ever
Mhm.
talks about them when referring to
Mhm.
cereal for no fucking reason. They also had the
Oh, yeah.
best line of commercials back in the 2000s.
Oh, the chat just said it's insane. Isn't it insane that we give children graham crackers in the shape of dog treats? Those Scooby's Doo snacks are
Hey.
so good.
Get the
Oh,
hell out of
yeah.
here.
Those things
Scooby
are
snacks
so
are
good.
fucking baller.
They're so good.
I used to pretend I was Scooby Doo.
Brad's
They used
been
to have
barking
them
for
when
a
I was in
long time,
school,
chat.
and my mom had to yell at me because I was like spending too much money on my lunch card because I was getting Scooby Doo like snacks every day.
I would get yelled at my
Tic-Tacs.
high school because my high school had like a little cafe thing that you could pay
Mhm.
extra, like a lot of money for. I suppose less than like an actual cafe
Yeah.
as a working adult. But like, I would spend like $5 every day at lunch buying
That was
buying
me.
a fucking iced mocha and a pound cake.
Honestly, yeah, that was me. I used to spend all my money on snacks. Mom would be like, "Where'd all your money go?" And I'm like, "Well, you see."
Man, we didn't have that kind of system. Aw.
My middle school had slushies.
Well, it was a Division 5 high school, so
I miss slushies.
I've heard about some high schools that have like actual fast food chains inside of them.
Ugh. I
Oh my
wish.
god.
Oh, you know, there's a performing arts academy near me that has a Starbucks. So,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yo.
Like I remember hearing about a high school in Texas where I went to high school that had McDonald's in it.
Man, I
Oh
wish.
my god. America's crazy. Can I go back? Dude, I miss American food the most. Oh my god. Out of everything in America, I just miss
What are
the
you
food.
doing in
Really?
Europe?
Because I miss my European food.
Really? Wait,
Yeah.
why is it better in your opinion?
Well, it's just all junk here.
Oh, that's
I
true.
feel like-
I miss everything.
I feel
Like,
like
I'm so used to eating
Astariee-
junk now.
I feel like Astariee really wants to weigh in here.
I don't know what to say. I'm just from the EU. I don't know what I don't have any frame of reference. I don't.
Well, yeah, but you like EU food. They're talking about the difference.
Well, I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. Is American food really bad?
Do you
It's
have
really bad for
Cadbury?
you. When I go back to Portugal to visit my family, when I'm there for like a month, I lose like 10 pounds eating more. Just because
Oh,
of how
yeah.
bad the food is here.
Mm.
It's so true. Yo, when I
It's
moved
so
to
bad.
Poland, I lost like 20 to 30 pounds
Yeah.
instantly.
It's crazy.
Yo, here apples are one zloty, which is literally $0.3. all the organic stuff is cheaper than the
Yeah.
junk food.
Oh my god.
It's so wild. In the States, isn't junk food more expensive? Organic food
Organic
is
food
more expensive.
is more
blah.
expensive, yeah. And our organic food like decays in like a day.
Okay, I'm not going to sit here in defense of the American health system for FDA regulations because I fucking hate them. But I do have to contest something that It Be a Boy said in chat. How small is your fucking head?
Wait, what?
Is that is just not it. As a matter of fact, in like the last 5 or 6 years, prices have gone up while portion sizes have gone down.
Yeah.
Double the size of... Oh yeah, when I left the States, it was 2017. I remember all the portions, all of the drinks and everything you could get at the cinema. They were huge. I used to have to carry, when I was a kid, I used to have to carry sodas and
I have such a
Okay.
problem with cinemas though because I'm
Movie
sorry, you're
theater
charging me
portions are not the
$20
same.
for
okay.
a drink.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, no, they're so expensive. I get like a popcorn and a drink and it's like $3.
Yeah,
What the
it
hell?
is.
Yeah.
It is, absolutely.
Absurd.
What's your fave cakes for EU food or Europe food, I guess? What's your fave cakes? I think this one goes to Astariee.
Oh god. Maybe red velvet or a Victoria sponge.
Oh,
really
I love
nice.
Red Velvet.
Yes, red velvet.
Yeah.
I'm confused as to why this is an EU only question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People in America just don't have cakes.
Are they?
No, red
maybe
velvet's
they're
so-
more like artificial in the States.
For our
Yeah, they are.
For our birthdays,
are.
we're just given a bucket of fried chicken with like a 12-ounce thing of just oil or grease to drink.
With icing on top.
Happy birthday.
No, not icing, whipped cream.
Oh.
Okay,
Red velvet
that's
is
not
red
a
chocolate,
controversial
yes,
opinion. That is
but-
just fact. You make red
Yeah,
velvet
that
with
is
cocoa.
what it
It's
is.
just facts. But somehow it tastes better.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
But red velvet
Oh,
is made with
everybody's
cacao.
talking
So
about Five Guys.
it is absolutely red chocolate.
Everybody's talking about Five Guys. Man, I wish we had some of the fast food chains. We only have McDonald's here. We have McDonald's and Burger King, and
Oh,
Domino's
Burger
Pizza.
King's overrated.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Man.
How much money
The
do I
fries
have?
are never salty.
We do have a Five Guys over here. Do you not have a Five Guys?
Five Guys is
I'm
not.
so jealous.
The only thing I like about Five Guys is that when I get a side of fries, the bag is like the size of my head.
Oh man. We have Max though. Take that.
Do I have enough money to order food?
Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is okay.
I feel like I should.
Actually, Flesh is
Not
this
to
is
be the
a-
devil on your shoulder, but you should. You totally
Yeah, you
should.
should.
Mm,
I need
Treat
to pay
yourself.
for rent.
Maybe not then.
maybe
I may
rent is kinda
forego eating
overrated.
today.
Oh,
No. Rent is overrated though. I
Hey,
mean,
but if anybody wants to
always
pay
pay
for
it
my
later.
food, there's a treat stream link in my bio. There is, but don't do that.
Wait, Flesh, in the Middle East, what kind of fast food chains do you have? I wonder if it's the same or if it's because of certain conflicts. I wonder if they don't have any Western.
Buffalo Wild
Jeez.
Hmm. Wings is mid. I'm just gonna say.
It is mid. Yeah,
never
no,
had
I
wings.
agree.
It's only like 2 steps up from fucking Hooters and Twin Peaks.
Man,
Buffalo Wild Wings is like, yeah, it's mid. It's overrated. I have a bunch of friends who like hype it up, and I'm.
Wait,
really
you've
not
never
that
had
good.
wings before?
no.
You
Maybe
should
when I was a kid, I
absolutely.
wasn't allowed.
You should. What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, existing. Why?
Okay, so what you're gonna do is go to the store, pick up maybe 2 big jugs of like canola oil,
Okay,
and
canola oil.
buy wings at your local supermarket.
Shit, we don't have those. We have to buy
Yes,
whole
you do.
chickens to get the wings.
No, you do not.
Wait, maybe we do. Maybe we do. I'll see. Okay. Canola oil, wings, and then what?
Whatever sauce you want to toss it in, be it
Oh,
barbecue sauce, buffalo sauce. I know you guys have wings.
Yo, I gotta. All right, I'll try wings then. I don't know. I've never gotten into them because I hated how messy they were, I think, as a kid or something like that. I've never had them past that point. So I don't even remember if they're good or not. But everybody talks about them, so I'm guessing they're probably really good.
I will say, Neapolitan, for whatever reason, I don't know if I'm just got confirmation bias or something. The 20-piece from the McDonald's menu is like the most price fluctuating thing in existence. I've lived in like over a dozen states in my 25 years. Actively lived in. And price for a 20-piece can go anywhere between like $6 to $20. I'm not kidding. Not 20. 20,
Oh my
20,
God.
20 with fries and a drink. But like there's definitely like a price fluctuation.
I have a question.
Go on.
What's everybody's what's the word for this? What's your most controversial take without being political or too, you know?
Oh, this
My
is easy.
my take. Oh.
I think One Piece is mid.
No, take that back right now. I have One Piece tattoos. Take that back.
We had like a full 45-minute conversation like 3 episodes ago about how I don't like One Piece. And now I have like an actual scheduled like sit down session with another VTuber who's going to convince me that One Piece is good.
To be fair, I read it. I didn't watch it. So
Yeah, okay, if you like the manga, it's fine. One Piece as an anime is mid.
I don't have an opinion because I didn't watch it, but I read the whole thing.
Because, and I will say that if I can say this once, I will say it again. If it takes 300 episodes to get great, then it was only ever good.
That's true. I also read it. That's why I kind of like it. I didn't read the whole thing though. I got up to like one fight and was just like, this is 300 books. I don't want to.
My second most controversial take, and it's one that I've like recently solidified myself in, is that Black Clover is one of the best animated to come out in the last decade.
Black Clover. I haven't heard of that.
You've
Yes, you
never
have.
heard of
Yes, you have.
Clover? You have to.
Yo, I gotta look this up. Hold on.
You definitely have. Once you look it up, you'll
Even
know.
I know it.
You'll
Oh,
know.
shit.
See,
No,
I'm
I
huge on
don't.
anime. I have like 2 full anime sleeves.
I
So-
love anime. I just don't get the chance to
How
watch
did I-
that much anymore. I did
Yeah,
recently watch The Sword of the
same.
Wizard King, and I was super fucking hyped for it.
Oh my god. No, I have never seen Black Clover stuff
What?
before.
Huh?
How?
Oh my
I don't-
god.
What? It's weird because I was watching anime. I was like religiously watching anime for so long, and yet I've never seen this.
That's crazy.
What?
I feel like it's
Is it
so
just so
popular that
underrated?
it's it's
No.
super popular.
So when it first came out, everybody was like, "Yeah, this is just One Piece and Naruto if the main character One Piece and Naruto combined if the main character screamed a lot." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, you're right." And then I watched like 25 episodes, and it became great in that quick of a
Yeah.
span. Like the story ramps so fucking fast, and it ramps earlier than other shonens. I don't assign like a new big 3, but if I had to give a new big 3, it would absolutely be My Hero Academia, Black Clover, and Demon Slayer.
I feel like that's very universal.
No,
like
Black-
those are like the
no.
biggest 3 right now.
People do not want to
no.
give Black Clover the recognition it deserves, because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, the main character's just another fucking Naruto clone or this or that," and I'm like, "No, it's not. Watch the fucking
It's so
anime."
funny. It's so funny when they say that because if you watch Hunter x Hunter, there's so much shit Naruto just ripped from it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, ooh.
Yeah.
Black Clover, and I will say this with no uncertain terms in my own opinion, has some of the best songs to come out in the last decade, some of the best fight choreography to come out in the last decade, some of the best power scaling to come out in the last decade.
It
And
also has really nice world building.
So yeah, some of the best world building. And it fucking subverts a lot of things. Like, it subverts the whole chosen one trope, and everybody's like, oh yeah, Asta uses anti-magic, and like that's the most overpowered thing in the world, and he just got it like a Deus Ex Machina. No, you dumb motherfuckers. He uses swords. He uses swords that are just hunks of fucking metal that happen to have anti-magic flowing through them. You know how physically fucking ripped Asta is? And that's why he can move the way he does in the entire fucking series?
Yeah, Black Clover is definitely not like my favorite, but I give credit where like it is.
I'm just wondering why people think it looks so mid. I mean, from a first appearance, I would be like, it's got too much going on. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
It didn't have that much going on when it first came out. Like, it ramped into itself really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be one of those things where it looks so complicated at this point that people are intimidated by it, maybe.
Yeah, it's also pretty far in now. They released episodes.
Well, they're
Instantly,
nearing
so it's
the
also
end of the series in the manga.
Yeah.
And they've been putting off continuing for a while now.
Oh, the screaming is too much for you.
Yeah, so the main character in the Japanese version, like in the sub, happens to scream a lot at the start. To which I say, turn the fucking anime down.
Wait, why does he? Is it just the voice actor himself, or like what?
It's the character. He's very rambunctious and he's very like not give up type, like knucklehead.
Basically. But Naruto in an original way, I swear. I didn't mean it that way.
To answer your question, Maro, I thought Edge Runners was good in its own way, but I automatically have a distaste for misery porn, so I don't
I actually
rate it that
didn't
highly.
watch Edge.
I didn't either.
A lot of people were trying to get.
Like, the problem, my biggest problem with Edge Runners is it involved a lot of characters that are just like pre-existing things within the cyberpunk world, like be it the tabletop or the game. So like, if those things existed, and this is obviously a prequel, then it's just it's a foregone conclusion as to what was going to happen at the end, and I just didn't fucking like it because of that. And I get it. It tells a very compelling message about how nobody escapes the corporate system, no matter how much they try to or how special they think they are. Like, that's the entire message of the anime. But it's still not good at its own storytelling because of that.
Wait, it does what? Hold on. I totally missed that part. It forgoes its weight.
It's a foregone conclusion as to what's going to happen at the end by like episode 2.
Oh, you like okay, I see. So you like know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Why do they do that? That would kind of kill stuff for me a little bit. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I mean, like, that's the entire point. That's why I didn't like it.
Maybe was it like the curiosity of how it happens that's good, or do they also kind of skip out on that?
It's more of like. So, do you understand like the concept of cyberpunk as both like a genre and as a
genre, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And as the video. So the concept and the game itself, like the franchise, because it was a tabletop before it was a video game. Basically, it's a corporate dystopia. And when you realize that, you realize that all the lessons are either going to be you're the mainest of main characters and you're going to fucking destroy the corporate world and that's going to be the end of the story, or you're a main character in a side story that's just going to die at the end because nobody escapes corporate brutality in the genre.
Okay.
And that's why I didn't like Edge Runners.
The genre makes it kind of predictable. It's like you know what you're gonna get into if you see like a shonen anime that has a specific.
No, because shonens inherently can like they follow specific story beats, but they all have their own story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the problem. nobody lives happily ever after in cyberpunk stories, especially in Night City, which is what like the cyberpunk tabletop franchise is based off of. And like that's the entire thing. That's the entire point of cyberpunk as a genre. And I just think it's overplayed.
I see.
Sorry, I went on a full fucking tangent. It didn't let me.
It's okay.
Yeah, what's everybody else's controversial opinions? I kind of railroaded it into anime.
I don't know if I have any.
Space Western. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, chicken is the worst meat ever. I'd have any other meat over chicken any day.
I think that's true if you cook it wrong.
For me, it's pork. Oh god.
I hate pork.
I would rather
Oh,
pork.
With the
No, I
exception-
hate pork.
With the exception of specific parts of the pig, I'm not a huge fan of pork.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like bacon, but when it comes to, like,
Ooh,
pork
bacon.
chops, I cannot.
I like
can't do it.
bacon
Oh,
and I
yummy.
like ham,
Oh, I
but
love ham.
give me a choice. A well-seasoned chicken breast is going to beat out
Yeah.
a pork chop any day.
Yeah. I feel like it's just really hard to
Unless-
cook pork chops correctly and very tough.
Unless Amethyst is just like the pork chop god. Maybe that's why.
That's Astariee.
Astariee? Wait, who said? Wait, so who said the pork chop part?
I said pork chops. I don't like pork chops.
Yeah.
They're really hard to cook right.
Oh shit! Wait. First, like you guys sounded really similar. That was scary.
One of them's European.
What happened?
We're twins.
Also, yeah,
European?
chicken is one of the most nutritionally sound things that you could eat, period.
But it tastes so bad though.
You're cooking it
I
wrong.
think it depends.
I'm
yeah.
not cooking it wrong. Even if I get it like at even like KFC or like fried
KFC's not bad.
chicken. Or
You'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly trust European Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Don't trust it, dude. I had the worst food poisoning after KFC.
Oh,
God.
no.
Ugh. Just ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I like chicken. I like turkey. I'm not a huge fan of like pork or like beef. Beef has to be cooked a certain.
I liked beef more when my teeth and jaw could handle it. But since I ruined my dental habits early, I get toothaches after eating like a nice steak,
Yeah.
and my jaw hurts just chewing it, even if it's like perfectly medium rare.
Pineapple pizza is really good.
I agree. I
No,
just
I
had pineapple
disagree.
pizza today.
I
Wait, no.
disagree.
No. I just had
Pineapple
pineapple
pizza is
pizza
Bad
today.
fine.
opinion.
But no, I like pineapple and chicken. Pineapple and chicken.
No. Get your fruit off your pizza.
No, I
fruit
had
is
it today. I
dessert.
literally had it earlier today. I love it.
Okay,
I
don't know
forgot
about
that's
pineapple
considered a hot
chicken.
take.
Fruit is not dessert.
Fruit is dessert.
Oh
Yeah,
my
fruit
God,
is
we
dessert
can't-
and
we can't-
vegetables for savory.
We can't have
I
pizza,
have a
period,
super
guys.
weird
Tomatoes
one.
are fruit.
Yeah, but
Super.
tomatoes are fake fruits.
Tomato is a real
Tomatoes are the
fruit.
imposter. No, they're
It's a
imposters.
fruit.
Mm.
Mm,
A hot take: sushi's better than pizza. Sushi is like my favorite food. I love sushi.
pizza's my favorite food.
Sushi's one of my favorites.
I'm disagreeing with everyone's food
What's
opinions right
everybody's
now.
Sushi, but
Let's talk
only-
about this. What's everybody's favorite food? And bear in mind that I have a distinction here. There's a difference between the one food that you could eat every day and never get tired of, and your favorite food.
Okay.
Favorite
it's either
food is the food that you derive the most enjoyment out of when you eat it.
chicken marsala. That's very specific.
Oh, that's not bad.
Ooh, probably a pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
I'm so undecided about this. Oh, fuck. Okay, there's two things that recently I've been craving really hard, and I guess that's what I would consider to be a favorite because it's something that I think I would derive the most pleasure from. One is, this is weird, chocolate with fried fish. You would be really
What?
surprised how good that is. You'd be really surprised because it's not like a fishy fish, but like I think it's like I don't know, like a mint.
Sorry, I had to kick him.
Good.
That's me.
I wasn't ready for that.
Listen.
Oh god, I gotta go back and clip that.
No, listen.
You're the first person that I've ever disconnected from my podcast. And I want you to know that, Rad.
This is discrimination. Wait, listen. Hold on. Hear me out. When the fish is really fried, it's got this like salty, fatty, good taste together with sweet. It just works. You wouldn't
You
think
can
of it.
have anything other than chocolate and it be acceptable. Pineapple. Pineapple's right there for fish. I'm an
No,
islander.
pineapple would be
They
gross.
work for a reason.
Okay, maybe it would work. Maybe. I don't know. But that one, yes. And the other one is kofta, together with this kind of white sauce.
What
but
is
I don't know
kofta?
what it's called. Kofta is like Arabic meat. It's usually on the steak, but no, it's not actually. Hold on, wait. It depends, because some places serve it differently. It's just meat seasoned in an Arabic way.
Okay.
It's fucking. Did I ever ask if we're allowed to swear?
You're not allowed to fucking swear on my show, Rad. What the hell?
Shit! God damn it! It's like a meatball type of thing. That's how I would put it. It's like a meatball, but there's this white sauce with it that used to be served with it. It's so good. All of you don't want to know me anymore.
Wait.
After the fish
Disappointed.
thing,
Dude,
I can't
I
recover.
wasn't.
Can I
Can
call
you
back
blame
to
us?
a previous guest that was on this show?
Sure.
Because Guppy, my friend Guppy,
Yeah?
is the one that like recommended me, and I don't know if she brought it up on your show, but she brings it up all the time. She microwaves her ice cream, and I like always question how that works, and I want to know if anyone else does it because
Yes, but no.
I have
No.
never heard of someone
What?
doing it before
What's
she
the
told
point of
me she
eating
does
ice
that.
cream? With
so
yogurt or anything else?
Yeah, she said that she like nukes it in the microwave so that it's easier to
Okay.
like scoop.
To a certain degree, I understand like just drinking whatever's left of your ice cream if it melts, because that's part of the experience for me. But you don't voluntarily melt the ice
see,
cream.
her defense is that it's too hard to scoop with a spoon right out of the freezer.
You heat
so
the
she
fucking
nukes
spoon
it.
up.
So she nukes it
You
in the
heat the,
microwave.
I am DMing Guppy right now.
So I heard you microwave your ice cream.
I just let it cook under the sun for a while. I don't know, when it's like partially melted, it's so good. It adds to it. The core
I-
is really frozen and cold, and then the top layer is like slightly melted. Oh,
I agree with that, but microwaving it?
I feel
Yeah,
like it would melt.
microwaving
I
it-
feel like it wouldn't like evenly melt it down. It would just like I don't know.
oh my god, I haven't had a microwave in 10 years. I don't remember what they even do anymore.
Like, have you considered, instead of heating up the thing that's supposed to, that has ice in the name, you heat up the distributing apparatus to make it easier to cut through? Like,
That or like my brother will just leave it sitting out for like 5 minutes so it's easier to cut into.
so you know those I forget they're like textured metal that you
Mhm.
sometimes get your ice cream scooper as, and it's got liquid inside of it. Like it's got like water inside of it.
Yeah.
Do people not understand that those are by design meant to be fucking warmed up before using them? That's why they're set up with that metal, and that's why they have liquid inside of them to retain the fucking heat.
Cat, bro, then it's just funky milk.
I am so upset right now by everything I've just heard.
I figured it was a good time to bring it up since we're bringing up like weird eating habits.
The answer to the question of favorite food of all time is for me is beer boiled bratwurst with home fries.
I've never had that.
You've never had
Me
What's
neither.
bratwurst?
bratwurst?
Ow.
Unless in Polish it's something else. Let me check, because there's a
No,
lot of crossover.
bratwurst
between-
is a German sausage.
It's a German, yeah, my mom eats it.
Yeah, but there's a crossover between German and Polish food, so maybe in Polish it's a different word. Let me check.
Maybe.
Let me check. It's bratwurst in Polish is kielbasa. Oh yeah, of course.
That's what
Kielbasa's like
kielbasa
a
is. I've heard
staple.
of that.
I think we have different seasonings or like spices in it.
Oh
than
well,
German
yeah.
people
That's
do,
that's why bratwurst is like inherently a different kind of spicy. Also, fucking poutine. No joke. Definitely up there. For
had
those
it.
of you who are talking about it in chat, it's a Canadian
never had
delicacy. It
I'm
is.
so jealous.
It's French fries, cheese curds, your choice of shredded meat, and brown gravy.
Oh, I'm so jealous right now.
Oh,
It
I don't
sounds
like
good. I've had
cheese.
gravy for the first time ever a few days ago.
What?
Oh my god! Why aren't we putting gravy on more things like American
See,
gravy?
I like, because I heard you say you don't like.
It's
I
not
like
just
cheese.
loaded fries. You
I
don't-
like cheese, but I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm in every
Okay, loaded fries.
consume dairy.
Loaded fries is specifically cheese and like fucking bacon and sour cream. You don't put sour cream on poutine. You do not do that.
Sour cream is good though.
Okay, it's not a normal
love
part.
sour cream.
It's not a default part of poutine, but it is a widely accepted topic. No, nobody's putting sour cream on poutine. It's just somebody likened it to loaded fries, and they are not the same thing.
Oh, sour cream chips. I missed that. Everything
Aw.
here is like paprika chips. Why? Why just paprika?
Sour cream and chip.
Oh,
I will say,
No.
American chip selection goes hard.
God, I have this inside joke on my channel that I moan a lot. I'm trying so hard to not do
Honestly, if it's over certain foods, I understand. You're valid.
Moan for me, Rad.
that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Are you sure? Am I allowed? Because I heard you can get a Twitch ban for just moaning, so I'm a little scared.
What?
A little scared. Yeah, I don't know.
That's news to me.
I mean, you say you do it a lot, so
All right, fine. Ah!
Oh, that's not even that
I made
bad.
sure I made sure that my family can hear that. Just
Good, I want them to hear it.
Whoa.
wait. We have devolved into gremlinness.
It's
I
finally
think
happened.
we hit that point a while.
I think it happened the moment we started talking about One Piece.
Point.
What's everybody's favorite
And
anime?
food.
And don't say One Piece.
Oh.
Pick something else.
Okay. Oh gosh, it changes all the time. But I'm going off of what I have the most tattoos of, so bungo shirts.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I didn't get to watch it yet. Fuck, I
Okay,
want to.
I don't want to
So bad.
typecast. Amethyst,
Yes.
are you like the alt/scene cosplay dream girl?
Yeah.
I fucking knew
my
it.
friend. So I do cosplay. I have like a cosplay page and everything, and my friends call me the big titty goth girlfriend. So
So,
you
so,
100%.
so,
Yeah.
so there's evidence for this. Every female/non-binary person I've met that likes Bungo Stray Dogs cosplays.
Yeah. Actually, my most common cosplay to do is Chuya from Stray Dogs.
I
so-
got laid by one of those at a convention that I met there. Ah, good
Yeah,
times.
I'm sad. Hang on, I gotta see who you talking about.
I can't believe you just got into a box like that.
I knows what I knows.
Dude, every non-binary person I've ever seen online has cosplayed Chuya at least once.
Stop! Oh
Clip it.
No!
no! No! The stereo.
Man, I can't pick a favorite. I gotta think about this. I think Madoka Magica broke so many rules of anime for me. It's been in my brain forever.
It's my brother.
No, it's gotta be Evangelion first.
Okay.
The movies. They were my first anime movie because I didn't trust anime movies. I thought they would be really dumb.
No,
then I
you
watched
didn't watch like
Evangelion.
Spirited Away or anything?
I don't
I
count
love
those as
Spirited
anime.
Away.
Those
I love
absolutely
Ghibli
count.
They're like a whole separate genre. Those are
Yeah,
That's
I have
the
a.
vampire. Thank you so much for
I
the
love
follow.
Ghibli. I have a
Welcome to
whole
the
half
cafe.
sleeve, of just like
Ooh.
fantastic.
Wait, it cut out. I didn't hear the ending of what you said.
Oh, I just said I love Ghibli.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Man,
Okie
Ghibli
dokie,
is
thank
really
you so
good,
much
but
for the
I don't
follow.
in my
Welcome
brain,
to the
I
cafe.
contextualize them as like a separate type of entity from like,
Yeah.
anime movies, you know? Like, movies that come from a whole series, that's when I'm like, oh, this is probably gonna suck, I'm scared. But Evangelion, the movies, oh my god. I've never been the same. Never. They're
No.
so good.
This might get me castrated.
Oh.
Don't
Uh-oh.
like Evangelion. I just don't. I could never get into it.
He's never mooning for you again.
I got the one. He moved! He moved!
How could you? How could you?
Hey Sky, I made another person mad at me for not liking One Piece. Sky's the one that I mentioned that is going to have a sit-down session with.
Good.
No. So here's the thing. I don't typically like mech anime.
Maybe that's why. Okay, that's more understandable.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't like mech anime, but one of my favorite anime of all time is ironically a mech anime.
What?
What is it?
What?
But it's not because it's mech.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm the One Piece enjoyer.
So some people, a lot of people don't even know it exists, but there's an anime out there from the early 2000s called Eureka 7.
Ah.
Wait, I know that. Hold on.
It's written out as Eureka 7, even though it's the name of one of the characters and her name is Eureka 7, or Eureka, not 7.
Oh.
And that is one of my favorite animes of all time.
Isn't this by the same studio that later made Evangelion? Or am I wrong?
No, Eureka 7 came out after.
Oh, okay. No, this looks really familiar, but I can't say I know.
You might have watched it at one point on Adult Swim.
But okay, maybe. That would make sense. It looks really good though, actually. Why do you like it?
It's a very good. Oh, hold on. I muted myself. Thank you so much for the follow, Orchid Flower. Welcome to the cafe.
Oh no. Is there... Oh, wait. Or did my internet
No,
just...
sorry. No, I accidentally muted myself because of a follow, and it muted on extreme delay. So as I went to answer it, so it's a very, very strong like boy to man anime, and it's a very like good puppy love anime.
Oh, that's cute. Okay.
So yeah, that's why I like it. Similarly, my other favorite anime is Toradora.
Toradora.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I know that one, but I haven't
But
watched it yet.
that one's more because I had my longest relationship ever. He basically follows the exact same beats of the plot of Toradora.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Toradora.
Toradora. Sorry.
Toradora.
Also, fuck you,
Oh, I
Ophelia. Don't mention me being an Eldritch deity. Nobody's mentioned that so far. I am not.
Getting
Yo,
called
this
out
looks
in your own
cute.
chat.
Hold up. Is this a romance anime?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's so cute.
I love.
Wasn't there
I
Twitter
don't know.
drama about this anime? Oh, no.
Probably.
there?
Oh god.
Probably.
But there's Twitter drama about it.
People don't. Stop. Don't.
Ah!
Whoa!
Don't worry about them.
Whoa.
Don't worry about them.
Don't worry about them! Okay. I feel like there's some lore there, but...
So, anyways, if I had to guess about any Twitter drama, it's probably just that like the internet really doesn't like small coded female characters.
Yeah, there's another anime coming out with another like really short girl, and I saw a huge amount of beef about that. Why is my timeline so cursed? How do you guys have like such a peaceful Twitter experience?
No, my timeline's very split.
I actively just ignore the beef.
I try to ignore it, but it's funny. Sometimes
Oh.
I'll scroll and I'll see like one side of the beef, and then the next tweet is the other side of the beef.
You know what?
And I'm
You
like,
know
oh
what?
man.
I will actually take a stance real quick on some real legitimate Twitter beef. I am all for feminism, right? I'm a very equal rights
man.
person. If you're gonna be one of those people that are like, male VTubers need to leave the community by proxy of being fucking male, get the fuck out of my stream.
Yeah, I have a very strong
yeah, I've
stance
seen
on
a
that
lot of
because like it's so unhinged. Like it started off with a single tweet, and now it's like everyone's divided over this,
Like,
and it's one of those things where like I understand if you're one of those people who are like, oh yeah, I hate men, but there's a big difference between like
There's nothing
not
to be
liking a
divided
group
about.
of people and then like wishing them away from a community
Like-
that they have every like
Yeah.
right to be a part
There's
of.
actively nothing to be divided about. Either
Yeah.
you're cool with male VTubers or you're sexist. You
Someone
cannot
DM'd
you
me.
cannot like you
Oh.
cannot diminish the existence of an entire gender just because of a few bad apples.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
DM'd me and got mad at me because like I used a tweet against male VTubers to be like, oh, recommend me male VTubers that you like, and someone
think I saw
DM'd
you
me
do
and
that.
was like,
I fucking love
and was like,
that.
are you
That's a
kidding me
hog
right
move.
now? And I was like, what? I don't follow enough. Like, give me more male VTubers. And they're like, you're putting a really bad stain on women. And I'm like, I'm not a woman
What?
either. So like, you know what? Get out of my DMs.
Yo! Oh my god, when they don't even know the gender of the person they're talking to. Yo, I'm out.
Oh.
Good night. Oh man. But like I've seen so much of that, and it's so weird to me because like I get having bad experiences with men. I honestly, the problem is that men oftentimes are okay, this is from a criminology perspective, this is like the statistics, men are oftentimes aggressors and hurt other men and women, and there's a lot of people with trauma from men, so I kind of get like maybe they want to block male VTubers. Go
Right,
ahead.
but
Not
it
everybody's
goes-
ready, but Jesus, man, you
It
can't be
goes
like
into
But,
the
like-
exact conversation we had earlier about generalization.
yeah, exactly.
Like
not
every single
generalize.
community has a bad like side to it. Everyone there's bad apples everywhere, and you
Yeah.
can't just take an entire group and be like, this is the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, it's exactly the same kind of thinking that was behind a lot of is the word misogyny? Yeah, against
misandry.
women. No, but like against women.
Oh, misogyny is the correct term then. Yes.
Of like you know, a lot of really bad guys were just like, man, women are causing so many world problems because of their weak hearts
Oh my
or
God.
something.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
now
them the
it's
exact same thing that I tell Misandra. Shut the fuck up. Nobody
Yeah.
gives a
Yeah.
fuck about your gender when
You know
we're
what's
referring
actually
to
really
problems.
Whenever there's a woman CEO in a company, and this isn't against
Nobody
men or
should
against women or
anyway.
anything, but whenever there's a female CEO in a company here, the company's always way better off. I maybe it's that usually the person is younger, maybe because you know employing tactics change over time, and usually the person's younger, and maybe
Now-
they bring in some new things to the company. But
Let-
like, just you know,
Let me be clear about my stance about like sexism. Sexism of any variety is not tolerated within my community. You are not allowed to be sexist towards men. You are not allowed to be sexist towards women. You're especially not allowed to be a TERF or a term. You just can't do any of that. I get it. Fucking men have ruled the world for the last fucking thousands of years, and that's a problem. And we are in the process of destroying that entire system. But that does not mean you get to fucking destroy the entire gender.
yeah, cat
don't-
identify as a problem.
You don't.
I actually exclusively identify as a threat. So
I identify as tired of the shit.
Man, but yeah, it's so sad though because the original tweet, I know the person who tweeted that tweet, not on a personal level, but I saw the original tweet that started the whole debate, and it's sad because this is the problem with Twitter being so like short form. I saw that she meant some men, but the way she wrote the tweet sounded like she's generalizing, right?
Yeah.
And everybody took it as a generalization.
Yeah,
and
it's
then she
become
had
an
to, like,
entire crusade.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I saw like what she said afterwards, and I was like, okay, that's understandable. But then her making that tweet and it looking like a generalization made other people make similar
Yeah.
tweets, and it just spiraled. And that's what I hate about Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. But it also outed so many people that are horribly misandrous.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I wouldn't
Which-
even expect it.
which-
I've blocked so many
Yeah.
people in the past like week or two.
Mm.
Like, I don't, and I hate to say it, I hate to, like, I hate to perform gender generalization right after saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I've met so many, like, female VTubers that are straight up on their queen shit derogatory just because they're VTubers.
It's bad on, I think it's bad on both sides. Like, you know, some of the men have their problems, some of the women have their problems, and people are turning against each other instead of just being like, hey, there's issues in this community, let's change.
Here's
Oh,
what
no,
I
you're gonna
propose.
be interested in this.
I propose that if somebody's out here fucking viewers, especially if they're out here fucking their viewers, like coercing them or anything else, point it out. Don't point out their
Yeah.
gender.
Oh, yeah.
Point out the fact that they're doing it. Get them off the platform. Move on from the shit.
Well, yeah, there's people on both sides. It's not
Like,
just the men.
Yeah, like I chat knows me. The people that know me know me. I am a flirt. I flirt with people. I joked
Ah,
about
man,
that.
too.
I joked about that sit down session that I have with Sky Bonnie being a date. I joked about that actively on the episode.
Mhm.
Unless somebody actively wants to do something with, and I'm in a position mentally and emotionally to want to reciprocate that, I'm not gonna do shit. Just
Yeah.
because I identify as a male does not make me a bad person, especially when I'm not that guy.
No, I
Yeah.
completely understand what you mean. I like naturally have a flirty personality, and like obviously if someone's like uncomfortable with that, they tell me. But I feel like people just there's an excessiveness with some people, and if they're doing that, they shouldn't have a platform.
Mm.
And
There's
we
oh sorry.
we've talked about on the episode the different problems that male VTubers versus female VTubers have to deal with. Male VTubers oftentimes have to like just statistically gain a smaller audience because their audience is different and less common than female VTubers, and female VTubers more often than not have to deal with a lot more harassment, especially of the sexual variety.
Oh,
Not to
yeah.
say male VTubers do not get sexually harassed, but it is much more common within female VTubers.
The harassment's on different levels. I did this experiment, although in the tweet I kind of downplayed it because I got really shy, unfortunately. What I noticed that this thing that I keep doing, and I think a lot of people in my community also have this potentially, so I'm gonna point it the fuck out. We backtrack a lot, even though we're saying something accurate. We'll be like, I think, maybe, I tried, or something. You know what I mean? To like soften
Yeah.
the statement because you're maybe naturally shy or something. But I did an experiment where I had two female accounts, two quote-unquote waifus, right? And I wanted to see if they will grow differently from my main account, which is a male VTuber account, right? They did. They grew faster. The initial impression of people was way more into it.
Yes.
I do think that's because they were friendly and like warm in terms of personality, because we have to kind of like face it. Like a lot of guy VTubers try to be like hardcore daddies where
So-
they're super rude.
So here's,
So I
here's
think
the
they
way,
grew a little slower, maybe.
here's the way I like rationalize it, right? I get it. Women pretty. Women nice to look at.
Women very pretty.
You can be a straight woman and still admire another woman the way that a straight man would never in a million years admire another guy. Like
Yeah.
everybody
Yo,
likes
some guys
women.
are grungy.
Everybody likes women, and therefore women are obviously going to be more like popular. That's the rationalization I get. What I don't get is being like, oh, you're a male and therefore you're scum, and that's why you're not gaining views. No,
Yeah, it's being like misused.
that's
That
not
tweet
what's
was
happening.
so-
And it's okay that female VTubers gain more attention by merit of being female, because females are nice to look at. That's perfectly fucking K.
Oh
while
my god,
still
can I
being,
say,
like gender equal.
you are one of the first male VTubers that I've ever seen using a Vroid model that actually has a really nice aesthetic.
Thank you.
A lot of guys struggle with aesthetic, I gotta point out. And meanwhile, a lot of girl VTubers just look really good. Some of them look downright edible, like candy, like straight up, you know? It's just like, I feel like a lot of guys don't know how to design themselves, I think, maybe.
Well, I've had a lot of help. This is a retake on an avatar that I've had for years, from a different tag. I joked about being a casino owner earlier. That's because my tag used to be Wildcard, a nickname that I was given, not that I gave myself. And so when I first became affiliate off of being a Smash player, yes, I used to play Smash. Sorry. When I gained affiliate off of that, I had somebody design a profile picture and some emotes, and they came out with this. They came out with something that looked exactly like me. Black hair, brown eyes, cards, a bowler hat. The bowler hat became my entire aesthetic. And then when I became a VTuber, I'm like, okay, let's change things up a bit. And I even dyed my hair in real life. So it still was based off of what I looked like.
Oh my god, I have purple hair in real life.
I
Sorry.
have literally rainbow hair right now with the bi-flash etched into my sides.
That's great. I dye my hair all the time. I just dyed it purple.
Anyways,
if I lived in the States, I'd do it too.
my aesthetic was pre-existing when I made my model, so it helped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my model custom done by somebody.
Yeah, I made my Vroid model, which is like what I'm, but I have a 2.0 that's getting, so I'm gonna be 2D.
Oh yeah, I've got a 2.0
exciting.
coming too. I'm finally gonna get a 2D model, and I'm super excited for it.
I
It's
have
gonna be
so
a
much
ways
art
away,
I
though.
keep posting, and then people see my model and they're like, "That's not what you're posting on Twitter," and I'm like, "It's soon, I promise."
The two things I'm most excited about with my model is that my next model is actually going to be more masculine looking, and most importantly, and I'm sorry if this gets me in trouble, but I've said it all the time, my next model is going to not be white, so it's gonna look more like me. Because I'm not fucking
I was
white.
expecting you were gonna say I have an opposable dick on my next model.
No, I did try to go for a shirtless toggle, but that one's not happening. Instead, I'm wearing a 3-piece suit that's gonna be removable, like the top part. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh man, I'm gonna have also like a outfit update, but not changing anything else. Although I honestly don't really know if the update is gonna be Twitch safe. I'm gonna have to like add some stuff to possibly cover up, if anything.
I mean, covering up is good, especially with the way Twitch terms have been going.
Yeah, man, I don't even know what's going on with Twitch anymore. I'm kind of honestly scared to, like, have you guys considered moving off of Twitch at all in the recent, like, the stuff that's been going on?
I've thought about YouTube, but it's really hard to take on.
Yes.
Although recently, I noticed that I'm getting a lot of streamer recommendations on my YouTube feed, but I don't know if that's just me.
Maybe
it seems
they
like
are.
YouTube might be helping a little bit.
I am Aaron Burr right now, and I am waiting to see what happens with Kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting seeing everything.
Have you guys seen everybody being super angry at anyone going to Kick?
I mean, I understand the anger based on like, who is it.
I understand the anger based on who runs it, but at the same time, we're fucking owned by Jeff Bezos. How much worse can it be?
It's really
Yeah.
it's just Kick as a platform worries me just based on one, who runs it, and two, how it's being off crypto and stuff. I don't know how sustainable that's going to be long term, which is another reason I'm nervous to move over.
This is another one of those like generalization things that I have a problem with, because I've done some checking out. Crypto is not inherently bad, and you're not evil for investing in crypto.
Oh no, I
of-
know. I just
there's some people that don't. Just like
I thought you
yeah.
it was bad.
Yeah, no.
No, I mean it depends. I mean, what I'm seeing and like after doing research, they're more so like gambling with crypto, which is why I worry about the sustainability. Which is like a big problem. If it was just crypto in itself, it's not a terrible thing. It's the fact that they're gambling with it, which is a huge sustainability issue long.
So here's another one of those like radical opinions that I want to debunk, similar to like the eat the rich sort of thing. Crypto has never been bad. You're kind of a fucking idiot if you want to like invest your entire life savings into crypto because similarly to stocks, you have a very good chance of it failing. NFTs are the ones that are bad, dangerous, discredit artists and everything in between. NFTs, which are adjacent to crypto, are bad. Crypto itself is not bad.
NFTs have like ruined the image crypto is over the years.
Exactly.
And NFTs are awful.
NFTs are fucking atrocious. But crypto's fine.
Ever since I've seen like the term crypto bro getting thrown around, I was just like, oh, I guess crypto's just bad.
No, it's not.
Oh, I see.
No, it's not inherently bad. It's what you do with it.
Yeah. Like it.
Thank you for.
You need to play. You need to play crypto like you would play stocks, if you know anything about stuff.
No, I'm too dumb. I'm not gonna mess with crypto. I think ever. I'm like terrified of it.
That's valid.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all. I don't fuck with crypto because I don't have the disposable income for it, and the time to invest in crypto has long since passed.
Oh yeah. Oh man, if you got in early, you're like probably a millionaire, aren't you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I know someone who his dad invested, but his dad like passed away and leave him.
I lost about 12 viewers during that tangent.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's
okay.
But yeah, his dad passed away and didn't give him any of the info. But his dad was like an early investor, so I was like, oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Shit. Oh god, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Also, I did an experiment a few times actually. I'm not gonna say exactly when and which days, but I had a select number of viewers that were supposed to come into the stream to like look at it so I could test if the view count is accurate on Twitch. It is not.
It is not.
It's not.
It is not. It's completely not. It's always 10 more than you think it is. 10 more.
It's not always 10 more though.
Not always,
really?
Sometimes when I'm streaming, it'll tell me I only have 1 or 2 viewers, and then I have like 6 friends who are like, "Oh no, I've been watching you this whole time," and I was like, "Well."
So what it is there's actually a reason for this, and they've recently changed their policy to make it even more fucking difficult. There's an inactivity timer, and there's certain means of lurking that don't count towards your viewership.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So if you mute, like you know the adjustable like sound noise on your channel, like when you have the stream up, if you mute that, you will not count as a lurker. If you mute the tab that the stream is on, you will still count as a lurker.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had friends like sit in my stream, like lurk and like not chat, and like they'll message me and be like, "Oh, that was a great stream," and I'm like, "Really?" Because it said only 1 person was watching.
There's also a certain amount of channels you're allowed to lurk on before it stops counting.
Really?
Oh no! How many is that then?
I think it's gone from like 11 to 3.
Oh, yo, that's
it's
big.
crazy.
That's a
I've
huge
stopped
difference.
like caring about my
is
view
it
count
2
because if
now?
it says I only have
2.
Oh, it's 2? Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah,
man, they're
if
getting
Twitch tells
so-
me that I only have 1 viewer, like I know that that's not always the case, so I don't like try to stress out about it too much.
I've only cared about my viewer count for one particular thing, and that's because I use a specific website to gain my sponsorships, and that website has like a minimum requisite for certain things for me to apply for the sponsorship on. So like I try to keep my viewer count above 10.
Oh, I see. Wait, is there any like sponsors? The website that you use, do they actually recommend you good games? Because man, I don't want to play a Throne app number 648.
So,
you know.
The website I use, and I'll go ahead and say it, it's called Lurkit. Basically, it's a middleman website where like game developers can apply to it as a studio, and you can apply to it as a content creator. And whatever games get put up by the studios on that webpage, you're allowed to apply for.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Do you
I will
guys,
say your channel's large enough to where you could pretty much get a new game every.
Oh shit. Oh man. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see how it do. Thank you.
Works. It works pretty well.
Also, anybody here from oh, whoa, hey.
Sorry about that.
Anybody here from my channel, please remember to follow, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure if you're here from Rad's channel, make sure to follow Rad.
Wait. Oh, I have a question. I keep forgetting to ask this. About controversial opinions.
Thank you so much for the follow, Maro.
Do you
Welcome
guys
to the
have
cafe.
any particular opinions about like VTweeters or VTuber Twitter that could be controversial? I'm curious if you're willing to share.
No, not particular. Nothing that I haven't already said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the AI art debate is an interesting thing going on. I recently saw somebody shit on somebody for using AI art even though it's tagged, and I was wondering, how do you guys feel about that? Because is it that all AI art shouldn't be at all used as a VTuber?
So-
or...
The problem with AI art is that it harms actual artists,
Yeah.
and it steals from actual artists, with like the huge issue.
Yes.
So I know recently there was that was like strictly using AI art and making money off of, which is essentially
that's
making essentially making money off of other artists.
Oof, okay, yeah. If
AI
you're making
art-
money off of it, yeah.
AI art is the same problem as an NFT in
Yeah.
that it allows you to legally steal and discredit and plagiarize other artists' work.
Because basically,
I see.
AI art will like take pools of pictures from the internet and just feed it like and learn.
Yeah.
So it'll take different. Like if you put a prompt in that's similar to someone's art, it'll just straight up rip their art for it.
Yes.
Huh. I think they're probably using that like one legal loophole of like, if you remix something hard enough, it no longer counts as like a copyrighted property. I'm guessing.
I
That's
know.
so shitty though.
Yeah, AI is like an.
I believe AI is a good thing, but I think we're stopping too early.
Yeah.
Like people are seeing a way to do things that they don't have the skill set to do, and immediately being like, okay, this is solved. Let me just do this from now on.
Oh,
Not
Well,
realizing that it's
saw-
harming other people.
I saw something the other day that essentially said like AI art is killing itself because now it's taking
Oh
too
yeah.
much.
Oh yeah.
Now it's taking too much and it's like completely like imploding.
like it's taking art from other AI art now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody said something that like, instead of generating like 4 or 5 extra fingers, it's giving like entire extra arms now because it's learning off of like
Yeah.
mistakes that already exist. I'm kind of glad about it, honestly. I hope they don't
It's
fix
really
it.
funny. I just logged on one day and it was like AI art is killing itself and I was like, huh?
Huh?
Oh god. Somebody said that instead of taking care of just doing art and you know, protesting against AI art, you have to learn like real life art instead of like protesting AI art, just learn how to paint in real life. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I mean the issue is that like I am not artistic in a sense, except cosplay. Like I can't even draw a straight line.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll just pay other people to do it.
I do not have the steadiness of hand for that. I have means of expression, but nothing as like
Yeah.
you
Man,
know.
you put all your skill points into all the other categories. It's-
Oh no! Don't
Just
talk
gotta
to me
hit
about
reset.
skill points. I have a long running joke about my stat sheet.
Oh.
I'll be the first to admit it. I'm a pretty above average person in all regards. Like,
Ooh.
without sounding arrogant, and there's a reason for this. I'll say my D&D character sheet is very, very high stats.
Hey, but you won't let us compliment you?
But I perpetually get like the shittiest rolls possible.
It's got you took all of them out of the luck skill. That's
You win some, you lose some.
I took all the ones out of my social stat and put them everywhere else I could.
Like on a D20, if you like scratch off everything above the number 12, that's what I'm working with.
Oh god. If you guys could do the same, what would be your like least invested into skill? I'm curious.
Probably people skills.
People skills.
If you've got great people skills, you can get very far.
Oh yeah.
Don't
yeah.
bother
I have no choice because I'm a barista. I kind
Yeah. There's not really a stat that I don't find. You know what? Intelligence. Not wisdom, intelligence. Because, like, intelligence is, like, specific technical skills. Which, if you have everything else done right, you can get somebody else to do for you.
Oh, I see. Oh, like intelligence isn't that important, as long as you have the other skills, right?
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. Like
As long as you have the
books.
other skills, somebody else can fill in the intelligence role for you.
That's literally America.
of. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, good night. Good night, Maro.
Hi, Mom.
Night.
But, like,
Strength is my dump stat. What's a dump stat?
dump stat is like the stat that you don't care about.
Oh, okay.
But like, as an entertainer, I have to have charisma. As a strength is self-explanatory in the real world with its application. So is constitution. I have a lot of hobbies that require dexterity. I used to parkour in high school, and I fire spin now. So I have to have dexterity. Wisdom teaches you a lot about survival skills and just life skills, and a way to enjoy yourself more. Intelligence is more like on the technical side of things. Like, if we want to give a real world equivalent to like the magic stat, like a magic stat, it would be like technical expertise and other things. And if you're successful enough, you don't need any of the other things. Like, you don't need those skills. You can get somebody to do them for you.
That's very true. As a barista, what would you say is like the most important part of like socializing as a barista specifically?
Which
Oh,
one of us are
gosh.
you asking?
Yeah.
The barista.
Fuck you!
Oh, because you're also barista technically.
I don't know.
The
I
real
have
life
to be.
barista.
I have to be
What the
like.
fuck?
Oh wait,
I wanna own
wait,
a-
are you?
I have years of barista experience and I want to own a cafe.
Okay, then this goes for
Really?
both of you.
This is discrediting him completely. It's like the real one.
I can't believe I just got disrespected this badly. What the fuck?
I'm so sorry.
Asking the cafe owner who the better barista is.
My podcast is named Cafe Conversations. You would think I would know something.
Oh, your social skills are like on a whole
I don't
other.
know. I just like I work at a chain, so like I get a lot of grumpy customers.
Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts,
Oh.
are Dutch Bros.
Dunkin'.
There it is.
Um,
That's not even
yeah.
baristaing.
No. I also am a baker there. I work at one of those Dunkins that's like a hub for everything. So we like make donuts, bagels, and ship them out to other ones. And, like I honestly hate it.
Amethyst, you
we're, like-
might not like me.
Oh.
What?
Dunkin' Donuts is not a coffee shop. It's a donut shop
I-
that sells
well-
semi
yes,
okay
I used
coffee.
to. No,
for a
no,
donut
no.
shop.
I used to also work at like a smaller coffee shop that
Okay,
shut down.
okay,
So it's
that's
like
fine.
my temporary like. I don't really have another place to go,
Yeah,
Wait,
and
is
I like
Dunkin' Donuts
being a
fast
barista.
food shop then?
It's
I guess it could be considered, but I wouldn't consider it like fast.
Dunkin' Donuts is like a massive donut chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really depends on where you go. I mean, some Dunkins like have a Baskin Robbins too, and then it's like an ice cream shop too.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like, what the hell? What is that? But yeah, I don't know. It's really, you just really have to have people skills, because if you don't, you're.
I want to pause like the conversation real quick and say, Astariee, I feel like we haven't given you a lot of opportunity to talk.
It's fine, I'm listening. It's fine. Honestly, most of the topics, I tend to stay away from topics that are kind of controversial, even if I have
That's
an
fair.
opinion on it. So I've just been kind of like in awe listening to everyone's opinions. It's been great. I don't mind.
I'm not one to backpedal. I know that my opinions are sound in why I think them. I'm an equal rights activist. I don't really conceive gender or race or anything else in that sort of way. I believe in the destabilization of most of the world's governments, because most
That
of
one's a
them...
bit controversial.
That's not that controversial. They're all corrupt.
Maybe for Americans. maybe. Well, no.
It'll put me on a
Then
watch
again-
list, sure, but it's
Yeah.
not controversial.
Sorry, but hold on. I have to take a second to remember everybody's name. Amethyst, you're purple, so I know you. Astariee, is that how you pronounce your name?
Astariee.
Astariee. Oh my god. Astariee.
It's fine.
and Reduction.
You can just call me Redux.
Redux. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. now.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, Guppy actually finally responded to me.
Oh, about the microwaving ice cream.
I'm so curious. Guppy's just like, I never want to talk to you again.
She's gonna call me later and be like, I'm never hanging out with you again. Because
She's
we're
gonna call you and be like,
IRLs.
fucking snitch.
Yeah, we're IRL. So next time I see her, she's gonna like attack me. She's gonna be like, are you kidding me?
Am I
I
thinking of
nominate
the-
you for a talk show and this is what you do?
Hang on. I think I know Guppy. I have to make sure, what are you talking about? Guppery. What am I even?
Guppery.
Oh my god. Guppy Symphony?
Sunset Guppy.
Sunset Guppy, yeah.
Wait, let me check. Oh, I got a real animal. Holy, oh my god, that's so pretty.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know that
yeah.
it was an actual animal.
Yo, they're out of stock too.
I mean, I knew she
So,
kind of
if
was in the
anybody
best
really wants
way.
some cool fish, shit, Sunset Guppies are really pretty. It makes me wonder if Sunset Guppy's based off of them. Oh my god, she is!
Yeah, she
Okay,
I'm gonna dox myself real quick. We live on the Jersey Shore, so she made her model.
She
based
mentioned
off-
that last episode. It's not that much
Okay,
of a
yeah,
doc.
okay, it's not doxing. So she made her model based off of where we lived. So
That's fair. That's perfectly fine.
and
Yeah,
she
no-
drew her own model, which
Wait,
I'm so jealous
did they
about.
get-
I wish I could draw.
Yeah, so like
Damn.
it's perfectly fine to dox yourself in that regard
Did I get
because last
disconnected?
episode, no, just
Oh.
okay.
Hello?
You
There
didn't
we
get
go.
disconnected. We could hear you just fine.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything.
Oh.
So weird.
Anyways, yeah, no, because we had like a full conversation about mythological creatures, and she and I had a conversation
The
about
Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love the story of the Jersey Devil.
Because
What's the
she
story?
mentioned she really wanted to make a Jersey Devil model.
Yeah, she has like an alternate like outfit for that. I don't know. The Jersey Devil has like a lot of backstory. It basically lives in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey.
Yeah, which she apparently lives
There's-
right next to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, that's
She's
scary.
like right
Pretty
right
cool.
on the shore, but like next to the Pine Barrens.
Oh my god. Wait, is it the weird, like, it has hooves and it flies or something?
Yeah.
Hi, Kai. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to
America
Cafe.
has the weirdest cryptids. I'm almost
Yeah.
like jealous. we just have witches here. That's literally it. You guys have like
I'm a witch.
ghosts.
I'm going to scream. I'm finally having this conversation with Guppy in DMs.
What, about the ice cream?
I'm actually about to fucking leak DMs.
Is she trying to defend it?
Yes.
She's like on her way home from Tennessee right now. Like I think she's like driving home.
She just pulls over specifically to be like, what the fuck?
No, I was like, it's called heat the spoon, and she was like, you can't put a spoon in the microwave. No, you run it under hot water.
Yeah, for anyone who wasn't here, Guppy microwaves her ice cream.
Unfollows.
Unsubscribes. Sorry, I can't hang out with you anymore.
It was psychopathic behavior.
I can't wait for the day.
To run it under hot water. I'm going to scream.
Wait,
I'm going
what?
to actually have a meltdown.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for the day that like we like have a sleepover or something, and I'm like, hey, let's have ice cream, and I just watch her walk over to my microwave. Like,
okay. I'm okay. Okay.
getting heated.
Somebody does that in my house, I'm getting the pepper spray.
Sorry, you have to leave.
Get out.
Okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm fine.
You think?
Dink.
What is she about to type to me?
Oh gosh, what is she saying? She said she didn't think of putting the spoon under hot
I said
water.
run the spoon under hot water, and she just said, huh? With 5 question marks.
I only knew you could do that with if you're gonna cook cake. That's the only time I thought.
You
of
need to
doing
superheat your spoon for cake?
that. Yeah, so you get the perfect slice. You know, it doesn't like. Then it doesn't...
I might sound like a weirdo for this, but I like those satisfying videos where they have those like super heated knives and they cut through stuff like super clean.
Oh my god!
I love that.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't have this conversation over text while on my podcast. She responded with, but then the ice cream is still cold and now the spoon will burn your tongue. I'm gonna have a stroke. And none of it's even being clipped. This isn't even content.
I love Guppy so much.
Her design is really cool, by the way.
Yeah, I tell her all the time, but she's always like, no, I need to fix it. And I'm like, no.
I feel that. Oh, does she do her own art? for
She
her
does,
design? I
yeah.
think that's why. It's always the artists.
Shut up. It's always the artists that are the weird ones, yeah.
It's always like, oh my god, that's how I don't know if you guys knew, I was infamous for changing my model and my entire design. At the start of being a VTuber, I literally changed, oh my god, how many designs did I have? Hold on, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 completely different species. I was just like, man.
I'm jealous of the people that can afford that kind of like commissioning. And
Honestly,
come on,
like-
afford it. I
Yeah.
did my own. It wasn't.
yeah, more so jealous of the people that can do it their own.
That's why, like, my 2.0 model, like, I have the same hair, but everything else is, like, significantly different from this model. So when I debut it, it's gonna be like, I'm not even the same person. I have the same lore, but I just don't have, like, the artistic capability in V.
My model's gonna look like a lot
make a
different, but it's gonna be in the greatest way possible. It'll be a full glow up.
Ooh, I'm so excited. If you guys have previews, can you DM them to me?
Yeah, I have a bunch of art and stuff. I will DM previews.
As a matter of fact, I specifically paid extra to make sure that my artist didn't do it on stream.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so that it stays like secret, right?
It's a full surprise.
I was gonna do that, but then I got impatient and I had people making me pretty art. Like,
I will say, as a fun thing, my eyes are going back to brown, but they're going to be latte art. That is the only thing. That is the only thing in the entire context of my new model that I will give away.
Yo, that's so smart. Oh my god. Oh, I love when VTubers have like little details that fit their like lore and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that this is one that I'm gonna want to keep for a long time.
yeah, I'm definitely keeping.
Like, the most I'm gonna do is recommission my artist. If he ever, like, No offense to him, he's moving a little on the slow side right now. It has been 4 months. I feel like he and I are friends, so like I feel like I'm allowed to slightly call him out on this. But yeah, if he ever like gets out of his artist slump that he's in and like is able to do stuff for me fast, I'm definitely commissioning him for like more feats.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, somebody came in.
I'm hungry.
What kind of reaction?
To be honest.
What kind of reactor spoon do you have? Reactor spoon?
I was in response to Guppy in my DMs.
Oh, whoa. Okay, what kind of like a okay. Fucking like atomic Fallout spoon. Jesus. It's not as bad as Kites and Rad's redesign history. Yeah, I have an issue. Oh man.
Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I talking about? Who am I? Who are you? I spaced out.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
If you had to... Oh wait, this might be too political. I don't know. I hope it's not. But if you had to pick a VTuber company to work with, who would you pick? No, no. Or would you make your own? What would you do? You can make your own. That's an option.
Here's my deal. And I will say this stance until I'm offered, like, until somebody, like, throws an exuberant amount of money in my face, and even then I'm probably still gonna say no. The entire concept of my podcast is to encourage intersectionality between VTubers and their community.
What does that word mean?
Oh.
Basically, if I joined a company or an agency, I would be forced to primarily only interact with people within that agency. And it defeats the entire premise of who I am, of what I've been encouraging for 14 episodes straight now, and what I plan to continue to encourage for as long as VTubing is a trend.
Oh my god, what if you make a company that like... What if you make a company that like interacts with other VTubers as like the whole point of the company?
I mean,
that's the group, I mean.
You wouldn't need a group for that. You would need
Wait,
a
that's...
show.
You just do it.
That's true.
You would need a podcast, which is what I have.
Right. I would specifically want to be in VShojo to be the only male VTuber in VShojo as a prank, exclusively, just as a joke. And then every time VShojo tweets my stuff or something, everybody gets mad, and that's perfect. I would then be like, I'm the cutest waifu, obviously.
Do either of you have an answer? It doesn't have to be
I'm not a huge... I mean, to be fair, I just started, like, the whole VTuber thing, so I'm not, like, familiar with corporate VTubers or anything like that. So I really don't have an...
Like, you can have an opinion about, like, your favorite agency and just want to be able to join that to interact with them. Like, that's not necessarily political.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really familiar with, like...
Yeah,
I mean,
fair.
like, I know Iron Mouse, and that's, like, as far as it goes.
I actively have a stand against it because, firstly, I don't believe in idol culture. I've had a full-blown conversation about that on the podcast. And secondly,
I have opinions.
Those ones we may have to hold off on.
Okay.
and secondly, just like it defeats the entire premise of what I've built my stream on in the last 4 months.
Okay, wait. Actually, can I just clarify something really, really fast? It's not a bad opinion. I just wanted to say that sometimes I feel like Twitter runs a little too far with the whole like every idol company is bad thing. Sometimes. In some situations. Like sometimes I've seen something like Niji Sanji makes a very rational decision, and everybody's like, oh, "Niji Sanji's so bad! Oh my god!"
I mean, there's that, but like specifically, I say I don't believe in idol culture. I don't believe in like the concept of being starstruck or worshiping any human being as something greater than they are, which is human.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, this might be like a little hot. Actually, it's not even a hot take. This is just like what I was like before. Like I said, I used to be a fan of VTuber stuff. And like I just remember going to anime conventions and like watching people like cry in front of like VTubers. And I like didn't understand what was going on at all. And for the longest time I did not like VTubers because I was just like, what is happening? Like I don't understand. Like but like one of my friends that I went to school with is a VTuber and like kind of everything. And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And like, but at first I was like, I don't get it. Like, why are people crying in front of a TV screen?
So
like meeting the Pope. They get less emotional.
everybody has their own reasons for. Sorry, Astariee, you look like you want to say something.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
I'm just trying to. Yeah, I was just trying to tilt in time with his tail. I was.
I've been seeing you move around a lot, and I love it so much. Like you just keep rocking back and forth, and it's making me so happy.
I desperately need somebody to quip that.
Ooh, what's the best coffee type?
There's no such thing as the best coffee type. It's entirely up to your own preference. Personally, I really like a double red eye as my preferred coffee drink.
Oh my god, there's types like that?
Yes. There's a.
If I'm not doing a double red eye, then I will take something like a flat white mocha. Is one of my go-tos.
Oh, I know what kind of coffee I like. I like Irish coffee. I didn't even think I would, but man.
So with whiskey.
Yeah, it's so good.
I'm basic and I like macchiato.
Liking a macchiato is not the worst thing in the world. Not knowing the difference between a macchiato and a latte is.
Oh, that drives me insane.
Dude,
I have people yell at me all the time because like they'll ask for a macchiato and I'll hand it to them and they're like, "Why does it look like this?" And I'm like, "You wanted." That's what you wanted, and then they explain a latte to me, and I'm like, "That's not what you asked me for."
It's not a latte. That's a macchiato.
Wait, what's the difference? I have no idea.
Well, since somebody redeemed a coffee pack, let's go over that real quick.
Yeah.
So the primary difference is the temperature of the milk.
Mm-hmm.
So a latte will use steamed milk, and steamed milk is better for stuff like latte art and getting that sort of foaminess on there. So a latte will have espresso and then like whatever flavor you want, if you want a flavor, and then it will have a like I want to say three or four parts of steamed milk to 1 part of foam, but it's all done through a steamer / aerator. And you can correct me at any point here.
No, you're right. It's all done like in the same machine.
Yeah, and a macchiato is I think just purely steamed milk with no foam.
Yes.
A macchiato would be steamed milk.
And macchiatos tend to be layered.
Yes.
Rather than like mixed together.
Oh. Does it make that much of a taste difference?
Yes.
Yes, it does. And not only that, but macchiatos have more espresso.
Yes. Well, that depends.
It depends on where you're getting it from and where you are. But for the most part, macchiatos tend to have more espresso. But yeah, the main difference is how the milk is steamed, like foam rather, like, you know, and then it's layered.
Yo, I'm getting so edumacated.
I love coffee, so like even before I was a barista, like I knew at a young age I was like, I want to be a barista.
I knew about 4 or 5 years ago that it was one of my callings.
That's adorable. Do baristas only serve coffee and nothing else?
No, they serve tea.
No.
They can serve Italian sodas. They can serve a lot of things.
What's an Italian soda?
Italian soda is So do you know what like Pellegrino is?
Kind of.
Like
yeah, it's
just
bubbly.
Yeah, it's like a bubbly, sparkling water. Basically, you add your own syrups and herbs or spices to a drink of sparkling water and ice, and that creates a sort of soda-like taste while being made of much more like quality ingredients.
I miss working at like an actual coffee shop where
I miss it too. I work at a pizzeria now.
Like I'm at Dunkin' Donuts now. It's
You guys,
cafe.
cafes and coffee shops are like blooming across the entire country here in Poland. It's like people have discovered them for the first time. There's like so many indie little coffee shops, like fucking, I don't know, one's just like named like Vera, then there's one around the corner named Happy Bloom, and it's just billions, man. Like, what's going on?
Coffee's delicious.
So adjacent to that, somebody redeemed a cocktail fact, which mixology as a whole is one of my hobbies, and I do bartending as a hobby, not as a job. Cocktail fact. Did you guys know that the shape and size of your ice can directly affect the taste of your cocktail?
What?
So
Or
wait,
of
can
your
I...
alcoholic beverage in general?
Explain. How?
Let's let Amethyst, you want to say something first?
just really quick, because I just checked my Twitter. Guppy added me and said, "Why did you tell them that I microwaved my ice cream? I had to explain myself again."
Like on a full tweet or like in DMs?
It's a full tweet. A full tweet. Called me out on the timeline.
I'm gonna make a hashtag cafe conversations thing.
I just quoted it with crying emojis. I don't really know how else to.
That's smart. Do the hashtag. Hell yeah.
I said, "I'm sorry, we were talking about weird eating habits." Oh man. I checked. I was like, I gotta mention. Who's that from?
Anyways, let me talk about the ice thing real quick. So it's a textural thing. The way that the ice melts is affected by the shape of it, and the way that the ice melts also affects the composition of the alcoholic beverage. So it changes specific aspects of it. Like if there's a crisp bite to the cocktail, then a specific ice cube might accentuate that bite. Which is why for bourbon whiskey, you want to use only a single large cube, because the way that the ice melts around the bourbon accentuates the oaky smokiness of the bourbon.
Yeah, a lot of bars offer different types of cubes. Cocktails.
Oh my god, is that why?
Yeah.
I saw a guy.
Yep, that's...
Yo, okay, that, and also I saw a guy, what was he exactly? He was like tasting, I think, whiskey, and he took a fucking thing of lukewarm water and like put it in the whiskey and was like, that's the only way you can get the right whiskey taste.
Yeah.
I'm like, you put the water in the whiskey? You put...
So what he was doing was he was emulating. Did it not have an ice cube in it?
No,
Yeah.
no ice in it at all.
What he was doing was he was emulating the way that the ice cube would melt around inside of the bourbon. That's also why there's specific glasses for specific cocktails. Obviously for aesthetic purposes too, but like there's a lot of science to it.
Dude, that's so cool. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh my god. I just thought of something about cocktails and like podcasts and stuff.
Go on.
There, somebody in this chat also has a podcast.
Oh.
This person specifically, and I'm not advertising it or anything, but she does drinks. If you guys want to talk about drinks on a podcast, that's like her entire like thing.
I've
But she
never
doesn't
been
know that much
invited
about
onto
drinks.
another show.
So yeah, this is the first time. But on the topic of drinks, so we're like
There she is.
rearranging my house right now, and I live in my basement, and my parents moved our bar into my room. So I just like, I'm not even kidding. I have a bar filled with alcohol in
Dude, that's so
in my
cool.
room, and it's like terrifying, but like I love drinks, so it works out for me.
Kite, real talk. Message me on Twitter.
Yo, it would be so interesting. You guys should do like a hand cam type thing where you like mix drinks and talk about the drinks and stuff. That sounds. Like
I
it'd be
do
so
not
cool.
have the funds necessary to continue like
hand cam
specific
or mixing.
cocktails.
I can do that.
Like I cannot afford. My alcohol bar is dwindling right now.
Oh, I see. Or our coffee stuff too, because it's just
Yeah.
cocktails in general. I'm guessing coffee counts as a type of cocktail.
I mean, okay, so baristaing and bartending are two sides of the same coin called mixology.
Mhm.
That's where you
Oh,
also
that's
get
why in
stuff like
Sims.
Yeah.
tea. That's why you also get stuff like teas and Italian
Yeah.
sodas,
Mm.
and to
Oh,
a certain
man.
degree, shakes and malts
Sign.
and smoothies.
Malts.
Malt.
What's a malt? What?
A malt is a milkshake with malt in it.
Yeah.
What is a malt?
Oh.
What?
Malt is a little bit like, how do I describe this? It's kind of like, it's like a commonly used bacterium for food and
Huh?
cooking, like yeast.
Oh, okay.
It adds a very distinct flavor to your milkshakes.
What kind of flavor is it exactly?
Hard to describe.
It's really, yeah,
Um,
very distinct stuff. I just don't know how to explain.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, it's been like quite a few years since I've had a real, genuine.
I'm wondering. Oh my god, I used to think malts were. I gotta admit something. This is probably very, very silly, but I used to think that malts were another word for when you put ice cream on top of soda.
Oh, interesting. You also see malts in like whiskeys because there are like single malt whiskeys.
Mhm.
Ooh. Man, I'm so educated. I could probably be a bartender now.
I don't know about all that, Chief.
Let's throw you into it. You got this.
Look, my podcast is about more than just socializing. It's about exploring and sharing knowledge of your hobbies.
You just put me in front of a bar and I start crying.
I mean, that's one way to get tips.
It's a full-on breakdown in front of me. Like, I'm so sorry.
I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do with lemonade, both in terms of like mixing with soda or tea. You can make an Arnold Palmer. You can mix it with a lot of alcohol.
I recently had, oh my god, in McDonald's they started serving espresso together with lemonade. It's so good.
That's not. No.
What?
No.
What?
Firstly,
Wait,
firstly, McDonald's espresso sounds inherently cursed. Secondly, those
Sick.
are not. Just because the bitterness of an espresso can be offset by sweetness does not mean you can throw any sweet thing together. Cough, chocolate and fried fish.
Listen.
Wait, speaking of like terrible combinations, a few weeks ago, someone came through the drive-thru of my job and asked for a matcha latte with cold brew with scoops of matcha in it.
That's not.
What?
Okay, firstly, you don't want to add things to cold brew. Cold brew
It's
is
just
brewed
it
in
should
a
be
very
left
specific
alone.
way,
Yeah.
where the most you could ever add is creamer.
Yeah, he was like, "Can I get matcha powder in my cold brew?" And we were like, "Excuse me?"
What?
And he was like, "I've had it before. It's okay." And I was like, "Are you sure?"
People like what they like. Oh, you know what? I want to talk
Oh,
about.
people
real
like
quick,
what they like, huh?
Since I have another barista in here, let's talk about it for a second. The olive oil latte.
Stop.
What?
I don't. The thing is, okay, I know those are popular like other countries and stuff, but the way Starbucks is doing it is not right at all.
So
It doesn't sound right.
we pulled up a video of it, and one of my friends was immediately on stream like, "How does a drink look infected?"
Yeah, no,
It
it
don't-
really like
it's straight
I don't.
up- I'm not
don't
pulling
know
it up
how they-
again on stream, but look it up.
Please.
I don't know
Oh
how
my
they
God.
managed to make it look so vile, but it literally like the olive oil is like separating in it and like sticking to the sides, and it literally looks like there's like mold growing in it.
Oh,
Ugh.
you want to know
Yeah.
something that makes it even worse?
Oh, fuck no.
Shortly after shortly after that line of drinks came out, olive oil got a string of lawsuits for food poisoning. Because people are fucking stupid and don't realize that coffee and olive oil are both separately laxative.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like cheese.
No,
Oh.
there's like Like in other countries, the thing is, yeah, it's popular, but there's a certain way that it's like the olive oil is made.
Like I
that's
don't
specifically
even know
for
how to
coffee.
do it. I don't even know how to do
Yeah,
it myself.
there's a very specific way that it's brewed with the coffee, but Starbucks had just a pump and they were pumping it in coffee,
Bro.
and it was disgusting.
Ooh.
Like,
God.
I can't. Oh god, I'm cringing. I can't.
Yeah, I see some drinks that look normal. They just look like buttery beer almost. I don't know how to explain it.
Butterbeer's
Yeah,
a
but
thing.
like
Normal.
people would like post
Harry
videos
Potter?
and the olive oil was like building up in their straw and
Yup.
like, I can't.
Or sometimes it would like congeal like fucking like baking grease.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm so glad to share this first bit of information.
Oh, you had to bear it. Now we have to.
Very sorry.
Oh my god. What's the most disgusting food you guys
Sorry,
have
are you saying something or?
No, don't worry.
Okay.
I'm kind of silently laughing half the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm just giggling with the hand over my mouth.
You can laugh out loud.
Rad,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Oh, what's the most disgusting food you guys have ever seen? Ever, period.
Seen or heard?
I don't know
Or
if it's
eaten.
heard. If it's heard, maybe the fried
Yeah, I was
fish.
gonna
with
say
the
like,
salmon.
there's a strong case to be made here.
No, hold on. Listen, I swear it's good. I swear. Look, hang on. Let me find you something. Hang on. Oh god damn it! The images aren't helping. Oh no. Oh no.
Ugh.
Oh god.
I'm just imagining fucking Rad at like a Golden Corral. Just he brings over his fried fish to the fucking to the chocolate fountain.
It's salted dried herrings. They're not okay. I swear. Listen,
Okay,
it's like
okay.
you know when you
what-
take your
know what?
chicken.
If you added the
fried chicken?
dried part instead of the fried part,
It's dried and fried.
no,
That wouldn't-
keep it where it is, dried, because like I will admit it sounds weird, but dried fish and chocolate goes together. It's a thing.
No, exactly.
It's a cultural
It's
thing.
really
It exists. But fucking don't ever mention fried fish and chocolate to me again.
But it's fried. It's like bacon. People say it tastes like chocolate covered bacon. That's exactly it. But it's
No.
more sultry because of the like.
Sultry.
Yeah.
Sultry?
I think the worst thing I've ever seen, and like I love cheese, and like I'm lactose. It sucks. But there's this cheese that's like popular in Italy, and it's literally called maggot cheese.
Oh,
I've heard of
I've seen
this.
it.
Because
heard
like
of
they
this.
literally let flies like lay their eggs and like turn it into a liquid.
Ooh.
For anybody eating, I'm sorry. You should stop.
You know, I'm still hungry in spite of everything.
Whoa, that's impressive. Oh man, no, actually, same though.
So Hanzaki, I've actually heard about the eggs and sugar thing. Don't know if I'd ever try it, but like I kind
It's
of
too sweet.
I get it because you add eggs and sugar to things all the time together.
It's like melty dough almost, but sweeter and more satisfying.
Like to a certain degree, that's almost how you get hollandaise sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Yeah, hollandaise sauce is like egg yolks, sugar, and a couple of other ingredients,
Yeah.
Oh.
and then it's like very, very, very lightly cooked over a boil. Like it's got a 2-stage cooking process where you have to cook it over boiling water, but you want to make sure that the yolk doesn't like congeal.
Ooh.
It's very hard to make. I've made it a few times. It's my
That sounds-
only claim
sounds
to
good.
knowing how to cook. Because I made it once and it came out really, really good. And I'm like, yeah, I can make eggs Benedict and hollandaise. Alternatively, would you like to try one of my 24 recipes for how to make ramen?
Yo, I've discovered how to make college level ramen taste amazing.
Go on.
And it's so simple. I can't believe I haven't thought of this before. You just take the ramen packets, any flavor you want, and you put them in a pot, and then you cook them in the pot with the sauce for a while. And it makes a whole world of difference. I'm so surprised. Just
Why
cooking it,
did
like,
you
actual
just
soup.
describe how to cook
How to
fucking
make
ramen?
ramen? Did you not do it like that before?
No, I mean they
What
they
did
were
you
like
do?
instant noodle things. Well, according to the instructions on the package, you're just supposed to pour hot boiling water over it in a bowl and let it sit for a while.
What?
Are you talking about like cup ramen?
Instant soup. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cup ramen's
Not like the
entirely
No.
packets that you. Oh, okay.
No, we don't have those here. You guys have packets
Oh.
of like ramen?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Or it's like
Also-
kind of like the instant one, but it's in like a little bag and you put it in a pot of.
Yeah. So I want to talk
Packet.
for a second
Yo, I'd
about
kill for
something
that.
that somebody said in chat. Mayo and white rice is good together, and there's a reason for that. No.
I don't like mayo.
So there's this
Me too.
specific brand of mayo, and I don't know what the fuck they do differently, but there's something in Japan called Kewpie mayo, and Kewpie mayo goes in a lot of like rice-based things, including rice
Listen.
noodles and ramen.
I'm
I
gonna
am
cry.
the #1 mayo hater, so
I don't like mayo either, but Kewpie mayo fucking slaps. The recent thing that I love doing with my ramen is that I will boil the ramen to where it's springy and noodly, and then drain almost all of the water out of it, and make a sauce out of the dried packet contents.
Oh.
And then I will pan sear the ramen and stir in the sauce, and add mayo to it at the end and mix it together to give it an added texture.
Yo, that sounds like it slaps.
mayo's good with certain things, but I can't like if I see mayo in my food, I'm out.
Anyways,
only
yeah,
thing-
it's actually a thing in Japan. Mayo added to things is a thing.
The only thing with mayo that I could say really slaps is a thin layer of mayo on egg. It's pretty good
That's
on an
not
egg
bad either.
sandwich. But, like,
Well, mayo
thin.
is
Well, that's one of the things I'll also add if I have them. I'll add like either a fried egg or I'll scramble and mix in eggs into the noodles.
yeah.
Mm.
God,
I've
I'm
had
really
raw
fucking hungry now.
pancakes.
Yeah.
I know.
My mom's
I feel
making
you.
dinner, so I'm like, I smell her cooking.
Anyone
Yes.
want to buy me
Oh,
dinner?
Someone wine and dine this man.
Someone wine and dine? I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Just buy some chocolate covered
It-
fried fish.
If somebody, not with any specific names, but if there's a goth individual that happens to like Bungo Stray Dogs, that might be my type. That might be my type. I'm
Wink wonk.
totally down for being a trophy husband.
Guys, don't get married to VTubers unless you want to hear about VTubing 24/7 for the rest of your life. Pro tip.
I hear about VTubing 24/7 in my own fucking brain already.
You like wake up and you're like, oh, I gotta do this again.
I literally.
Oh my
do.
god, I wake up and check Twitter.
I literally do. I wake up and I'm like, okay, what can I tweet about that might get me some
Yeah!
likes?
Uh.
God, it's the
or
worst.
just check what's trending and you're just like, oh my god, oh no.
Yep.
Just brace.
Yep.
It's never good.
Logs onto Twitter. All right, that's enough.
Yeah.
Walks in, walks out moment.
Yo, I gotta say, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. But I don't think I've never met like a fellow who has noticed this. Mostly because I don't think I really talk to many furries. But I used to be in the furry fandom as a kid.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a furry fandom though, because when I first got to the internet, I was instantly greeted by furries, and I thought that was just normal, the internet. So,
Oh.
yeah.
So without calling out my past too much, there was a website that I used to use for chat rooms back when I was like 13 or 14. And I was on there a lot because that's where all my friends were. And I, without being one myself, inadvertently became the moderator for a furry chat because that was the
Oh my
most
God.
populated chat room on the site.
Oh, that's cursed. I hope you're okay. But like what I noticed though from being in the furry fandom unintentionally so many years, since I was a kid, is that the VTuber fandom is really slowly becoming just like the furry fandom.
Yes.
Where anyone can be a furry, anyone can be a VTuber, and then there's like these micro influencers that are furries, that are VTubers as well, and the same toxic problems are coming up in both groups. It's like I'm watching the rise of the furry fandom for the second time, and it's really weird.
I feel like there was never any like notable furry in that there are.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
VTubers, though.
That is very true.
You're
right.
So we are about to go over the 3-hour mark, which is something that we try to avoid. But when you have that much fun, you just sort of happens. It's actually how we know we've had a successful episode. So I'm really glad that you've all been enjoying yourselves. At least it seems that way.
I have very, very much.
Yes.
This was a big challenge for me because I was really nervous about this. Thank you for being so nice, guys.
Well, I'm glad that you see that it's not that scary. That's the point. People are just people at the end of the day.
Very true. You're right.
We're going to look for somebody for me to raid at this current junction.
Oh yeah, I love raids.
Love it.
I keep forgetting to do them though. Every single time I'm like, all right, bye guys. I like everything goes just out of my brain.
forget.
Oh, quite a few of my friends are streaming. Well, I've raided both of them before. After, do any of you have anybody that you think would be a good raid?
Oh,
Excuse me.
I do.
I know someone.
But you guys should go first because I already rated this person.
Oh.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Go on.
Oh wait, I put it in chat.
Lyrical Panther. Okay, let's see what's going on with that.
She has her branded. She has a raid speech every time she gets raided, and it's always so good to hear.
A raid speech?
Yeah, I hope she does it. If she doesn't do it, I'm gonna look like a muppet. But it's so good.
While this is happening, let's go ahead and get our final plugs and outros out of the way. Students.
It's my outro.
Wait. Huh?
Introduce yourself one more time and plug
Oh,
your content.
I'm so sorry. My brain's been on autopilot this entire. Some of your opinions have just confused my one brain cell. You know, I'm
In a
still
good
hung up
way
on
or
that
bad
fish and
way?
chocolate thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the olive oil thing. Don't know how I feel about that. Don't know how I feel about that, but thank you for the stream. Last introduction. My name's still Astariee. It hasn't changed. I'm a variety streamer. She, her pronouns. I had a great time. And it seems I'm the only one who has good opinions, but you know.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Except Amethyst. She seems to.
Wow.
Guess.
You guys win.
Alright, I'm Amethyst, or I'm a variety streamer, any pronouns, and yeah, that's it. I mean, I have a 2.0 coming soon. That's about as exciting as it gets.
I'm Too Bad Rad. You can find me under the number 2 Bad Rad. It stands for my opinions, or just Too Bad Rad with T0s. T-O-O? What? Zeros? Okay, you know. I'm the one that liked the chocolate fish thing, and I also, I believe, called you Astariee and very sorry, at least once. And yeah. I love you.
Astariee, hey, spoilers.
Oh, no, not spoilers, not spoilers. Don't worry, not spoilers. She has no clue what I'm talking about. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. I want her to definitely do the thing. I'm going to be very embarrassed if she doesn't.
Okay. And of course, you all know me. I'm Redux. I'm the host of this podcast. If you liked what you saw today, more than just for the people that you came out here to support, if you want to see the way 3 VTubers interact every week, feel free to come by at around this time, or around the same time next Wednesday. We do this every week with 3 new guests every time. And if you like what I do, just give me a follow. If you want to show your support somehow, follow me on Twitter, retweet my stuff. And if you want to look back at previous episodes, rewatch this one or watch any future ones, follow me on, or subscribe to my YouTube and check out the VODs there. We upload we upload the previous week's episodes in 1 week from now. So if you want to see this episode again, next Wednesday it will be uploaded to my YouTube.
That's interesting.
We will be rating Lyrical Panther now. Could my 3 guests please stick around for a little bit? I have some questions and other things to ask of you.
Yes.
Until then, my name has been Reduxian. They have been my guests. Oh, hold on, I forgot to do my outro. my outro song, my theme song.
You have a theme song?
Kind of. Anyways, my name has been Reduxian. They've been my guests, and we will see you all later. Jesus. Oh,
Ooh, nice outro thing.
Yeah, so pretty.
they can hear you. Alright, the raid's been pushed through. Oh, I forgot to tell people to type in Reduxy, right? Oh well.
Reduxy?
Yeah, that's...
Or Reduxy? Ooh. Oh, I know her.
The positions of the circles